Go. Oh.
Welcome, players and fans, to All In Pickleball Gym for the Thursday premiere night, episode number 6, mixed doubles, event number 3. This is going to be a great night. We have a lot of great players here, very skilled, and we are going to get a lot of excitement. Let's see if the players are ready. Stephanie, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, who else is ready?
I think Zippy's ready.
Zippy.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right, let's go, guys. Let's have a great night of good play and good camaraderie.
What is up, everyone? We are here at the Thursday night premiere Pickleball League. I am Hugh. I am joined.
Hey, apparently Hugh's mic was off, but he was doing a great job at kicking us off. You want to try it again?
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Thursday night Premier League at All In Pickleball Gym. We are here in Byron Center, Michigan. I'm Hugh Davis. I'm joined by Sophie Vandenbosch, and we're so excited to be here supporting these amazing players. We've got 12 teams total, 24 players, and yes. What else, Sophie?
Yeah, so this is actually going to be a really exciting day. We have 12 teams for the first ever time, and they'll be competing in a slightly different way. So round 1, the top 4 seeds are actually going to play the winners in the second round. So round 1 is seed 12 through 4. They'll be competing for a spot to face one of our top 4 seeded teams. And we'll actually be streaming the semifinals like at the same time. So it'll be a bit different. Instead of just watching one game, we'll get to focus our attention on 8 amazing players out there on the court. And
Very
it is
cool.
mixed doubles. So I always love that dynamic, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, very exciting. It's a little bit new, some new things we're doing this time, so it'll be a lot of fun.
And if you're not using a Revelin paddle, we will still be nice to you.
Maybe mostly nice, most of the time.
Cool. So it looks like we have some players warming up here.
We got Brian LeClaire and Emily, right?
Yes.
Yep, and Emily Weichel. Both veterans of the game, been playing for a solid amount of time. I don't know exactly how much. Big forehand from Brian.
And then they will be up against Kelly and Brett.
So I'm expecting to see Kelly and Brett speeding up a little more. I think Brett's comes from tennis. He has a lot of power in his game, likes to go for a lot of things. Kelly, amazing defense, and if you pop it up to her, she's slamming it down. So it'll be interesting to see their power game. Brian's a little bit more methodical when I've played against him.
I'm going to put this over here by you, okay?
And I
know
haven't
how much
seen a lot of Emily's game, but I know she comes from tennis as well.
Oh, that'd be okay. I like that.
Can you?
And then on the other side, we have Emily, who is a fantastic player. I know that she's had a lot of success in women's singles. And then Hugh, you said that you know her partner, Brian.
Yeah, I've played with Brian a few times. He's very methodical, sees the court well, pretty smart player. I think he's also a doctor, so just a smart human in general. So it'll be fun to see. I think, Emily has a little bit more power in her game. Great tennis strokes.
Now, Emily and Steph played last week at the all-women's event, which was very exciting. It was really awesome to be here for that. And it's good to see a lot of those women back again tonight.
Yeah, I see a lot of similar faces.
Some new men on the court, some that we haven't seen before, and I think that's the benefit, right, of opening it up and getting more teams, is that we just have the ability to see more players.
Yeah, so this is 12 teams. How many have been in the last? Always 12?
8.
8. Cool,
and
cool.
I'm really excited because we do have the all-in volley zone view up right now. So we'll be able to watch all 4 matches and jump in when the action's speeding up at 1. And I believe that the players are all starting at the same time today.
Cool.
And so we'll have to stay on our toes to keep up with the action.
Yep, exciting.
Hugh, as we look at these matches, which one do you feel like is going to be closest?
So looking at these, I'm scoping them out. I think,
Well, do we want to go through the teams really quickly?
yeah, sure. So we covered on the top left, we covered the Mashad Dykema versus
Emily and Brian.
Brian and Emily. So now looking to the top right, we've got Monica Wynn and Nick Romano playing Zippy Benting and Zach Chambers.
And Zach Chambers has won this in the past.
I think this is going to be a solid match. I think Nick Romano and Zach Chambers both come with a lot of power, great hands, really strong tennis background, sort of dominant on the court from what I've seen. And Monica and Zippy are both so
They can
athletic.
both hold their own. Yeah, that's going to be
Such
really
good
fun to watch.
defense. They're both really quick. So I think, and both have really good hands. I think that's going to be a really fun match to watch. Now looking at the bottom left, we've got Sam Trent and, is it Dee?
Really quickly, they actually are the furthest seeds apart, right? I mean, we have 5 and 12, so it's interesting that you say that. I wonder if we'll get an upset.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, here we have Vicky and Jared playing. I know that they've played together before. And Dee and Sam, I believe they're from the east side of the state. I know I've seen them at some of the larger tournaments around here, which is awesome to have them today. And it looks like they're about to kick things off.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun match, too. Sam has great hands.
All right, we are going to go to court 5, where we have Steph Hino and Adam
Wolf.
I believe it's Wolf. I think there's a typo on their screen. That's okay. And they're playing one of Hugh's former partners.
Yeah, Andrew Chrisman and Jenna Timmer. So this will be Drew. Andrew usually goes by Drew. Drew and Jenna have played a couple tournaments before. Drew's a big power hitter. Expect to see a lot of power, a lot of drives. Anything that's above his belly button is probably going to get sped up, which will be interesting against Adam Wolf, who's really methodical, slow, likes to be more tricky, more deceptive, a little bit softer game, almost never misses. Really good drops out of Adam Wolf. So that'll be a fun kind of opposing power versus touch match.
Yeah, and okay. It looks like we have kicked things off with Jared, Vicky, Dee, and Sam.
Great forehand finding the middle there between the two of them. I know Jared and Vicky have played a few tournaments before.
Yeah, I spoke with Vicky before this, and this is her first time playing in the Premier League, and she had some nerves and butterflies, so it's going to be interesting to see how some of those shake out as players get more into the game. I think that's one of the benefits of having best 2 out of 3 here is it's really fun.
Yeah, right. You get a little bit more time to, warm up, get into the game, really find the patterns.
Yeah, and read your opponents.
Exactly.
All right, Sam serving here. See, I think, 9 times out of 10, Jared gets that shot.
Yeah.
It's just that tightness from the early game, right? And those nerves coming in.
Exactly. Just not watching it, not as dialed in.
Okay, and Weichel and LeClaire seem to be off to an early lead here on championship court. They're up 2-0, but the serve has just switched sides. Oh.
Wow, good dig by Brett.
Oh. Kelly really held her own there. I was impressed.
Yeah. And that's the 8 and 9 seed, so that's the closest seeding match right here. Now back to the volley zone. Oh, good dig by Jenna.
I don't think we've been able to check out court too much. I know we talked about this earlier. Let's see how things are going. 0-0.
Good speed up by Nick. Might have touched just off the net there. Monica serving.
Wow. We had an ace for Monica there. And actually, last week in women's, we did have a ref call her on her toss and her serve. There was some discussion about whether or not she was spinning it off her hand.
I see, like the old spin serve.
I think if there is any spin, knowing Monica, it wouldn't be intentional. She's a very fierce competitor, and we had a tweener attempt.
Just a couple inches low.
Oh, and down here on court 5, Adam is almost falling on Steph. Ooh, good speed up from Zach on court 2.
Good point on court 1. Oh, just a little wide.
So as we look around, the 8 and 9 seed, they're very close. The 5 and 12, actually, yep, they've got more distance. And then on court 5 down there, it's still 0-0.
Wow. And they all started at the same time, so
Correct.
just a lot of back and forth. There's the big forehand from Drew in the bottom right. Adam serving to Drew now.
And
wow.
Jenna is no slouch herself.
Yeah, great put away. Good angle there. Steph's pretty quick, so you have to find a good angle to get it past her.
I like that Jenna and Drew came out with the matching fits.
Yeah. Oh, we got a point. Drew and Jenna.
And this is a first-time partnership here at Thursday Premiere Night for Drew and Jenna. And actually, over half of our teams are first-time partnerships. At least in the tournament world, you know, you can play so much rec with somebody, but when it comes to playing in a tournament, the intensity really dials up and you kind of see what somebody's made of and how you gel. All right, it looks like Monica and Nick are starting to increase their lead here on court 2. And all the other games are still within just a few points. Actually, our 6 and 11 seed, it's 7-6 right now, which, just looking at how the brackets have shaken out, I wouldn't have assumed that.
Yeah. That's great by Vicky and Jared to stay in there. I mean, all these teams are so close. The seeds are...
Oh!
Wow,
I
great
mean,
get by
Jared is sliding across the court.
Oh, off the top, the net doesn't go his way.
Doesn't it just break your heart when that happens?
So tough.
I felt that one in my bones.
Yep.
He's like sliding across the court, getting things over, and then a simple dink.
So Monica and Nick Romano in the top right, on the close side to us, they actually both went to Spring Arbor. I know Nick played tennis there. Monica, I believe, did too. So
I think Monica only played in high school, but I think she was still involved. Actually, Monica was a dancer.
ah, cool.
Yeah, Tori mentioned that yesterday or last week on the stream when we were watching women's. And we have some previous winners as well, right?
Yeah, we've got, none of them are playing. Zach has won before, so he's out there right now in the top right, playing with Zippy. And they're on a bit of a comeback. It was 6-0, now they've gotten back to 6-3. So Zach and Zippy, great find by Nick Romano. So we have, so Zach Chambers is out there. He has won a previous premiere night. So we got confirmation that Monica did play tennis at Spring Arbor, which is pretty cool. That's a fun partnership with Nick and Monica both playing tennis around the same time. Monica maybe a year older.
Hugh, you played tennis growing up as well. How do you feel like that partnership then translates to the pickleball court?
Yeah, it's a good question. I always really enjoy playing with...
Oh!
Wow, good hands by Jared on court 3.
He said, I'm going to take the whole court.
And Vicky
One
was like...
foot on either side of the line, and
Right.
no ball is getting past.
And it worked. Oh,
I like that attitude sometimes in mixed. I think sometimes when things aren't going your way, for one partner to really step it up and just take over, even if it just throws the other team, it's worth a shot.
yeah, I agree, especially if that partner's feeling hot or the other partner's cold or just a little frustrated. Giving them a quick couple shots where they're not having to be as involved can be helpful.
And it is game, well, ooh, and he overshot it. I mean, he was all the way on the right side of the court, right? And that is the downfall when you're trying to take so much court in mixed, especially, no offense, but I feel like men tend to do that. And sometimes you just, you really wish they would trust their partner more, but there are moments where it is appropriate.
Yeah.
And it looks like they didn't quite find that balance here, but still a really good effort for the 6th and 11th seed.
Yeah, it was a great first match. Sam ended it with a big forehand. So we'll see what Jared and Vicky come out with on this next one. They were definitely warming up, you could tell. Jared was running all over. Wow.
We have a full-on pickle. I remember you said this is the battle of power and control. So
Yeah,
what's the
looks like-
verdict, Hugh?
Looks like power won. So
At least
Drew
game 1.
and Jenna, when she wants to be, pull out a lot of power, so impressive. Now looking at court 2, close match. If you remember, it was 6-0 win Romano. We're up 6-0. Now
Zach
Zippy
is
and
playing
Zach
bigger.
have closed that gap, 8-5. Zach serving to Monica.
Ooh,
Just a little wide.
just out on that return, but I liked the power behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, that place deep to the backhand on a return of serve, it's pretty good, especially I don't think Zippy has played in this event, and so to be at this level of competition, which players usually don't see on a regular basis.
Yeah, Zippy, she's been playing for a fair amount of time with her mom, Erica, who's an amazing player. We'll hopefully get to watch her later. But her first tournament ever was like 2 or 3 months ago.
Wow.
She's just started. She didn't like tournaments, didn't like playing competitively, and is just kind of finding that. So it's very cool to see her here keeping up at Thursday night premiere.
All right, I'm checking out championship court. Ooh, Brian went
2
for it a
close
little bit.
matches.
Hey Scott, I don't know if it's just us, but they sound really echoey.
All right, looks
Oh.
like we got Dykema Mashad beat. Dykema Mashad beat Emily and Brian.
And it is 9-8 here for the biggest split in the bracket. Wow, what a comeback from Zach.
Wow. I mean, I like the speed up and the poach by Nick. Zach was just so ready for it. And that's one of the toughest things about Zach is his hands are just so solid.
Oh, she called it in. See, that's the sportsmanship we like to see on the court here. She's competitive, but she wants to win correctly. Hugh, you've played against Zach. How do you feel about his serve? He doesn't seem to go for a lot.
No, he's trying to pull his paddle away, and Monica just got a piece of it. Yeah, for as big as he hits his ground strokes, forehand and backhand, his serve, he just gets it deep, puts a little top spin on it.
Zippy seemed to have some spin on her ball too, but that is game, and it did go as we initially would have predicted between the 5 and 11th seed. But they're not over yet. We have a second game, and they're going on all 4 courts now.
So we already see that Adam and Steph in the bottom right have gotten a couple points this time. So the double pickle will not come into play. Which is an upset with Drew and Jenna 10 seed beating Steph and Adam in that first game. So let's see if Steph and Adam can turn it around. Oh, just now.
I'm very excited to share that we just got a delivery from Kind Crumbs, who is one of our sponsors tonight.
Man.
3 different options. Okay, do you want molasses or raspberry chocolate chip thumbprints? Here. I'm taking molasses. I'm sorry, you don't get to choose.
The raspberry chocolate chip thumbprints.
Yum.
Delicious.
I literally can't believe. So I've been, as I'm commentating, I've been able to try all the samples here at All In from Kind Crumbs. They are soy-free, egg-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free, and they don't taste like it. And I'm picky.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to take my first bite of this raspberry thumbprint.
Wow, Jenna and Drew here on court 5 are killing it again. Drew seems really hot. Going after Stephanie a little bit.
Wow, great work from Crumbs. Yeah.
Ooh, great serve from Stephanie.
A crazy lob from the back. Is Stephanie serve out?
It looks like. Nice drop. Good patience from Steph.
Oh, I think he caught the edge of the line.
Yep.
No, must have been just out. Yeah, just a little wide. I couldn't tell from here.
Ooh, some great hands battles on championship court.
Wow, great scoop there. Big forehand by Adam. Tiptoeing on the kitchen line. That's tough to do. Wow. You saw top left. Brian had a really nice volley lob that caught the back corner. So we've got a close match on top left.
It's the battle of the women here in many ways. They're just going straight on at each other. Brian and Emily have some motivation here. They've got to take this one if they want to stay in the competition. Ooh.
Brian swinging hard there. Had a few solid ones and caught the swing. So looking at the last match, it looks like we just had one upset with court number 5 and a pretty big upset. They were pretty wide margin. Everything else went the way that the seeds started to predict.
And I believe Q, stop whispering. We all love what you have to say. Come on.
Having a little microphone. There we go. That's
No, you're just getting like into your serious analytical. We know each other very, very well, so I think that helps us up here.
yeah.
So I've been eating this molasses cookie as quietly as humanly possible, and I don't think anyone's heard me chew because it is so soft and just melts in your mouth.
Yeah, the chocolate thumbprint was delicious. Or the
Raspberry.
raspberry chocolate. The raspberry in that is so good. It was like that little bit of sour that you want with something sweet.
So, okay, we have to go to Family Fare or D&W or Harvest Health Foods after this because that's where you can find Kind Crumbs.
Cool. Yeah, we got a family fair right by us
Yeah.
in Granville.
And Rebecca, the owner, is local and a fabulous player in person. So it's exciting to be able to talk about her business. That brings us joy while we get to watch pickleball. 12 teams tonight.
And 4 close matches. We've got, let's see, we haven't looked at the bottom left. Oh, 2 close ones. Okay, we've got,
Trying to fend off game point.
oh,
Oh,
just a little wide. When Steph hits that shot, she hits that shot so
that
well.
cross-court ding.
That forehand
drop.
deep little top spin on it. When she gets it, it's so hard to pick up. All right, Jenna serving for match point. Big serve. That's got a lot of
It's
spin.
that new pro.
Oh, just a hair long.
And Jenna knows it.
It was there though. I like that she swung at it. You can't get timid in this.
So the winner
Oh,
of
and
this
Drew
game.
goes a little wide with it. That's the thing about Drew. He goes so big on so many shots that he'll hit probably 2 or 3 serves out per match because he's pushing the limits always. And I think usually, when it pays off, like it looks like it was maybe wide.
It seems like Adam doesn't know either.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. So much speed on it. I don't even think Drew could tell.
So whoever wins this, set of
Good hands by Jenna.
So whoever
fending that
wins
off.
this will go on to play Erica Benting and Connor Mogul. And the trick here is that both have won. So this is one of the most difficult matchups. So they're going to be playing the second seed.
That's tough. Connor and Erica both very, very strong.
Yeah, and Connor was actually another Spring Arbor tennis player.
Yeah, we have 3 out here today.
Oh,
That's that classic Adam deceptive inside out forehand volley. Caught Drew a little
he dropped to
by
his
surprise.
knee.
Drew?
I think so.
Yeah. He's really giving it his all.
We are tied up in 2 of our other games. Oh, Steph.
Oh, just
So
short.
close.
Adam pump faked her a little bit. So they fended off a couple game points, and now they're match points. They have another chance. Wow, great drop by Adam. Good get, just a little long.
I'm looking down here at court 3, and it looks like Sam and Dee are talking quite a bit. I think communication is so valuable in a partnership.
Absolutely. Especially newer partnerships or
Oh,
good
that was a
angle.
smart
Very
ball
smart.
from Adam. Jenna read it, but she was on the move. Drew with some restraint.
Wow, good punch by Jenna.
And Jenna and Steph are both ambassadors of ours, so it was hard to root too hard for one
Yeah.
team, but I think they both did us proud.
Absolutely. Steph and Adam definitely gave it a much, couple more points there in that second game, so close second game, but
I think
Drew and
I think
Jenna
like you
with the
said
upset.
that I think they overpowered them.
Yeah.
They just played fast. They hit the balls really hard. And if you're not, you know, playing at this level on a really consistent basis, that can feel super overwhelming.
So we have three really close matches still going on. We've got 6-6, 9-9, 8-5, a little bit of a gap there.
And I think that Lori is actually going to check in with Drew and Jenna. I wonder if the power was like really important to them going into it, or if it was just their natural style that they, you know, fell into.
Congratulations.
Well, the first match, we were deadlocked at 0-0. It seemed 10 points or 10 side outs, and then we got the first point, and it kind of snowballed from there. Adam and Steph are phenomenal players, and we could play them 10 times and win 5 of them. So we just have to get through our own play.
I think they settled down a little bit. I think I know for me, I stayed a little bit too aggressive when I should have not stayed aggressive. It's hard to do coming off 11-0 and try to keep the pressure on, but I think I had to settle myself down a little bit, and then we were able to get the 11 first today.
That was a great match. Congratulations and good luck on the rest of the time.
Thanks so much.
9-5-1.
I love the humility from Drew there. Seems like a good guy to play against.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a fierce competitor, but very, very honest, and he's a good guy.
Oh my gosh. Up here on court 2, I think it was 7. Oh, okay. It's now 7-8. Zippy and Zach took a point, so they're up. But I believe when we went to the interview, it was 7-7. And it took all of that time, and they had only scored 1 point, so it must be some fierce competition now.
Yeah, close match.
And a close game on championship court here.
Yeah, we have Kelly and Brett.
And it seems like Brett has been taking some more court.
Yeah, yeah, there he is.
I believe that we're going to check in with some stats soon. Oh. Yeah, so I love seeing these statistics up on the screen.
Yeah, very interesting. It takes a lot of effort to log all those, so thank you. And
Wow.
it looks like we've got the number that stuck out to me was Brian LeClaire with 10 unforced errors on that one.
I mean, he was in the air half the time I was looking at the
Yeah.
court. It's that pressure, right? And yet he had 9 winners. He also had the most winners out of everyone. So
Yeah, so high risk, high reward. It hasn't quite paid off yet, but maybe
in
he'll
terms
find
of
his
overall
groove.
score, sure.
Yeah.
And I believe we do have a finish. On
Wow. Incredibly athletic, Brian. Flying both feet off the ground, winner forehand.
I told you, Hugh. He's always off the ground.
Another stat that sticks out to me is Brett, with only 3 unforced errors, the lowest, and 7 winners, the second highest.
Wow.
Brett's playing, and I see it out there. He's playing really well, being patient.
Yeah, and the women are pretty evenly matched here. So it's definitely exciting to see play out. I know we're all excited to keep up with the games, and so we're going to check down with Lori and find out the winners of another match.
It was okay. Yeah, we had to grind for the win. I know it's tough, but it was fun. It was a good start.
What do you think pulled you through in this type match?
Sam slowed down quite a bit, which was really good. So he started getting a little bit softer roll up the roll court, took away Jared's speed a little bit. Jared's super fast. He's amazing.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great match. You guys played hard fought, and congratulations on your win, and good luck with the rest of your matches. Back to you, Hugh and Sophie.
Awesome, thank you. So looking at that court three bottom left match, it looks like it was 11-8, 11-9. Super close, both matches. Sam and Dee paying respect to Jared's amazing hands. I can vouch for that. You don't want to speed up on that guy.
And they're going to have to play Kristen Reinhardt, who actually won last week with Downey and Erin Mashad. So that is going to be a very exciting match. Our 6th seed versus our 3 seed.
It looks like we have a timeout on... Oh no, it looks like Mashad and Dykema. Kelly and Brett just beat Emily and Brian LeClaire.
Yeah, Brett did just wave up at me smiling, so that wouldn't surprise me, though if he lost, he probably would have done the same thing.
Yep. Fair. Yeah, Brett's a happy guy. Always got a smile on his face. Looks like we just finished up our last match.
Wow,
Another
one
close
after
one.
another. Did we not have any games that went to 3?
No.
People are just here to take the win, to get to the next level, and I think that's what's different with this format, right?
Yeah.
You don't have more time. So we are excited. Let's check in with Lori and talk to Brett and Kelly.
It was a lot of fun. First time playing together. I think we kind of settled in nicely.
Oh yeah, she doesn't talk a whole lot, but she shows on the court. Again, I didn't have to overstep too much. Her third shots are unbelievable, so I felt very comfortable playing for our first time. Very happy with that win.
All right, very impressive. Great job, you guys. Good luck in the rest of your matches. Congratulations. Back to Sophie.
I love hearing how players feel about a match afterwards. Sometimes you win and you don't feel great.
Right. Both of them were all smiles, though. It seems like that first-time partnership really worked out for them.
And they will be taking it on to play. Who are they playing? They'll be playing Downey and Jaren, who won the last mixed event. So I hope they can keep those smiles and keep that momentum up.
Yeah, Downey and Jaren are the 1 seed. They did win, I think, 3 weeks ago, the last mixed event. So that'll be a fun match. Kelly and Brett coming out after a good win, feeling hot. Gonna give Downey and Jaren a run for their money for sure. So we've got the next round of teams starting to warm up. It's fun to look at those scores. A lot of close matches. It looks like the 2 largest seed differentials had the 2 closest matches, which is interesting. Just a testimony to how close all these teams really are. Could have been anyone's game out there today.
So Hugh, who do you think it's an advantage to have played a game before coming out, or would you prefer to wait and be more fresh to play?
I think for me, I prefer to have played a match, especially if you can get on, and it looks like they're looking to start this next match within the next 5, 6, 7 minutes. So being warm, having a few minutes to take a break, get some electrolytes, get some water, then get out there hot
Get
against
some
a
kind
team
crumbs.
like get
Pop
some
over to
kind
jam,
crumbs, get that blood
get
sugar
stretched
rolling.
out. I know that, like, we've seen that at tournaments before, and it's incredible.
Exactly. Yeah, those stretches, a quick stretch before, after a game, very helpful.
All right, we're going to check in with Lori and our 2 final winners of this round.
Yes, hometown, yeah. Bringing it back to our roots.
Did you play any tennis together? A little bit. I mean, I was on the women's team, he was on the men's, but a good amount of time. We would practice together, or we'd always go to Hilton Head every spring break together. So we did interact a lot and play a good amount.
So is this your first pickleball tournament?
This is first pickleball tournament. Like Monica was saying, a lot of time practicing together with the girls and men's team. First pickleball tournament together and off to a good start. So yeah, can't complain.
Way to start off strong. Congratulations on your win and good luck in the rest of your matches.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, back to you, Sophie.
I understand Lori's standing there smiling. I think it's really great what the production level is here. I don't think that you see it at many, especially many smaller tournaments or events like this. And I feel really lucky that we have Dan and Scott doing this at All In here in West Michigan. I mean, we have a really high level of broadcasting of play. And I think, we had a pro that was supposed to play tonight, and we had a last-minute substitution, Leah Jansen, who phenomenal player, incredibly successful on all the major tours. It's her full-time job, and unfortunately, due to circumstances outside of her control, she was not able to play. And so, it's interesting, but I think it brings up a really good point about the growth of the sport and how people are leaning into that, right? As owners of a paddle company, you and I do this all day, every day, and that's what we think about is how to grow the sport.
Right.
What's your take, Hugh?
My take on the sport's growth, I think
do you have any hot takes? Yeah.
What's really exciting is that we've got players like Leah Jansen, a known top talent in the sport, wanting to play in this tournament. We've got up-and-coming players like Jace, who we're about to watch on the court in front of us. And I think West Michigan, what's really impressed me is Michigan in general. We've got people from the east side of state traveling over here, Nick Romano, D, Sam Trent. And just really cool to see how Michigan has really grown. Now we have some of the very best players like Leah that have been really developing the sport and growing it.
Yeah, you were just at Wolverine earlier today.
Yeah,
which is another great facility on the east side.
Great facility.
Who just had their grand opening. But yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think it's exciting to point out that Jace is playing with Nancy Henderson, who is a senior pro who's found a lot of success at that level. And he's playing, next gen. And I think he had some pretty good results from APP Chicago.
Yeah, Jace did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been playing incredibly well, and I know he actually practices with Leah from time to time. But I'm really excited to watch this match because Nancy is so calculating.
Her strategy
always
is ridiculous.
Hits the best shot that you could, the most precise, the most thought out, finds the court. And Jace is just such an athlete. His strokes, he's quick, his hands are so quick. So it'll be really fun to see this partnership. I predict they do quite well together. I think Nancy's experience in the game will help Jace find his, really just rely on his raw talent, and Nancy can really use that experience.
Let's talk about some of our other teams that we're seeing for the first time now.
So we've got Connor Mogles and Erica Benton playing together. This is going to be a great team. Connor is newer to the sport, been playing about a year, but played high-level tennis at Spring Harbor. So he's just really, he's drilling a lot, really become very good.
He's playing pro level, pro qualifiers, I know.
Pro qualifiers, getting a lot of wins in the pro qualifiers, getting out of the qualifiers in both singles, mixed, and men's. So
Yeah,
within
and
just
he's
a
not
year of
alone
playing-
being at that level. Maybe in
No.
that time span here, with players we have on the court, but we have a lot of people who are really starting to push to get to that pro level, which is exciting.
Yeah.
So, okay, you mentioned Erica and Connor. Who else do we have here?
So then we've
We
got
talked Nancy and Jace, who will be playing Monica and Nick. Erica and Connor, who are playing Jenna and Drew. And for anybody that hasn't tuned in yet, this is our semifinal round or quarterfinal round. And then we're going to go into semifinals and then champion. So a bit of a different format here tonight at All In Pickleball Gym for Thursday premiere night. But we are excited because we have 12 teams.
Yeah, normally we have 8, so it's fun to have 12. We had kind of a first base level round with 4 teams that had a bye, and now we're into the quarterfinals down to the top 8 teams.
And it looks like, they're taking their time warming up, which I don't blame them, since the teams they're playing against, that seed 1 through 4, the seeds that they're playing against are all coming off of a win.
Exactly, they're all warm. They all just played two hard games. And so in this case, Jace and Nancy have not played a match yet. They're the 4 seed playing the 5 seed, Nick and Monica. So this will be, we'll see. We'll see how that
This will be a tight one. We'll see what happens here.
I think this is going to be very interesting because Nick and Monica play a very aggressive tennis-like game. They both come from tennis, and you see that in their play. Lots of ground strokes, big forehands, big backhands, quick hands. Jace has no tennis background, went straight into pickleball as a young kid and just developed his game very well. And Nancy's a pickleball veteran.
All right, I'm excited because we have our courtside team here, and they're going to give us some insights into what they're expecting to see on this game, with this game. Hello,
Yeah,
courtside
welcome
team.
guys. Got a good match here between Nick Romano and Monica Wynn and Nancy Henderson and Jace Land here, all of whom we've seen at this event previously. I think we're going to see a very tight and controlled game here. I think it's going to come down to opportunities and seizing them. And it really comes down to who can shine in the moments that count, who can come up with a big shot in a pressure situation, who's going to hold on when they get pressure applied to them. And yeah, it's exciting to see it. The first match we had on this court was a super aggressive match, and I think we're going to see a little bit more conservative play here in this round. There'll still be some big shots and stuff, but I think we're going to see a lot more tight dink battles. I know all of these players are strong practitioners of the dink game, and so I think it's going to be a tight match. It's really close. These are the 4th and the 5th seeds in this bracket, and so yeah, it should be super exciting to watch here. And it's hard to say who's going to win here, and like I said, it comes down to those key moments. Sometimes a team has more unforced errors, but they end up winning more points because of when those errors occur within the points. Sometimes you hit an error and it doesn't cost you a point, but sometimes it does. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it shakes out here. It should be really exciting. So it looks like they're determining sides here, and they're about to get started. And so, yeah, let's send it back up to the booth here and get ready for this match. Thanks so much.
What do you guys want?
Wow, that was such good insight from Pat.
Yeah. Pat really has a good eye for strategy and patterns and recognizing. We really love Pat, that's for sure.
It's being echoed by our full team here, actually. So in our ears right now, I mean, I feel like I've been babbling on, and here he comes with this poem about pickleball. Okay, let's look out for those big moments, and we'll see if his prediction is right, that a lot of this is played patiently up at the kitchen line. And so far, so good.
Just a little long by Jace.
I think Sam and Dee are actually looking over, watching the game go on behind them as they wait to play.
Just looking at the top left.
A little high for Monica there.
Nick goes for a tweener.
They both have smiles on the court. All right, they're targeting Nancy here. I would not want to go straight on with Jace. Wow. Great control off that lob.
Yeah. Oh, a little miscommunication in the middle there. That's a new partnership.
A delay in that paddle tab.
In herself, but
Aww.
it's all good. They'll recover. Now they're talking more. You hear Jace calling Lee.
What a good attitude, too, for his age, you know?
Yeah.
He's already fired up. We have a yell. It's like the third point.
Jace's mental game is really strong. Yeah, very impressed.
Are you ready for another cookie yet, Hugh?
Yeah.
Do you want to try the molasses?
Try this raspberry one.
Okay. I'm glad it's dairy-free. I know you don't always do the best with that, so maybe a little personal, but
Called out. Honestly, ever since I started drinking kombucha more, and I do better with dairy.
good to know,
Kombucha,
folks.
and I need to get a kombucha sponsor next time.
Nice controlled overhead from Jace there. A lot of patience. Honestly, I feel like every time I see Jace play, he just plays with more wisdom, right? Like, he could have been slamming those overheads. A lot of players who aren't that experienced would go for that, right? And instead he chooses to just get the ball over, stay in the point, and there he was, ready to attack.
Sets it up to himself, finds a nice, goes, he went 60% on that first forehand to Nick's forehand. Not
We
the best
jinxed him.
positioning. Oh, the booth, the curfew booth.
Not the best positioning for that first
For that
forehand.
first
Yep.
one, but he got it low enough and just went 60% and then was immediately reloaded for the second one.
I need to work on that. Big power for Monica.
Yeah, just caught the line, it looks like. Jason and Nancy weren't sure, but by the way, I just had a bite of that molasses cookie. Holy cow.
Right?
I thought the raspberry ones were good. I think I like the molasses more. I mean, they're both
We
amazing.
can fight over them.
But they're so soft and moist.
Look at those flicks. But Monica she's chilling. Oh. Okay, we are on court 5 with Downey and Jaren, and they are down here.
And they are the 1 seed, and they won it last time.
Yes.
But we know that
Our second episode of Mixed.
that
Jaren
Kelly
always.
and Aaron are coming off of a couple big wins, so we gotta get some water.
Yeah, and I know that Jaren doesn't always start that hot. And okay, now we are watching Trent and Dee play Kristen, our women's winner who won with Downey, and Aaron. Oh, and Sam goes for a little too much there.
Sam and Dee off to a little bit of a lead. And this is Aaron.
I know we talked previously about, coming on cold or hot and how that would impact things. I think we're kind of seeing that here.
Yeah, right. We have Dee and Sam, who just played, beating right now up on Aaron Mashad and Reinhardt. Same thing with, this isn't, in this case, we do have Jason Nancy up.
Yeah, so they're almost a bit of an outlier here, but
Yeah, the other
they're our 4th seed. We're talking seed 1 and 2. They're playing well though.
Yeah, they're finding their groove. They're talking well, staying positive.
Another matching team, might I add.
Oh, good footwork. He was there.
Lots of athleticism we're seeing from Jace. We have a good crowd here tonight too. I don't know if you guys are, we're able to see them in the monitor. It's really nice energy.
Yeah, it started to more people flowing in.
All right, some intensity here from Nick.
It's a beautiful return, deep to the middle.
Ooh, great reset from Nancy. And I like the attack from Monica.
Wow, that was
really smart.
Yeah, really good read. So it was Nancy and Jace were shifted over to the right of the court, and then Monica found that down the line, catching Jace a little out of position as he was covering the middle. That's tricky.
All right, so let's see how our top seeds are doing, if they're warming up yet.
So it's looking like initially the people that were warm all had leads. But if we look now, as the teams that were sitting have now finally started to warm up, they're finding their way back into the game.
Yeah, we see a 6-1 there with
from
Erica
and
and
Connor.
Connor, previous winners, our 2 seed against Jenna and Andrew.
Yeah, Erica and Connor both have won in the past. And Drew and Jenna had a really good first 2 games.
Yeah, and we're seeing some tighter matches here in general. So we'll see if you're right, Hugh.
So now looking down bottom right, we do see Jaren and Downey fully have come back. I believe last time we checked on them, it was they were down 0-4 or 1-4, and now they're up 5-4.
6-4,
Now
make that
6-4.
6. I believe that Brett's ball, it looked like it bounced off the wall there, so. It seems like they're playing a little tight.
Yeah.
It looked like Kelly was a little ahead of that ball almost to pull the trigger.
Yeah. Right, she was so early on it that she caught a little early and down on her follow-through almost.
I think that was a really smart timeout from them.
Yeah.
And we have 2 games tied right now. It looks like Monica and Nick are coming back, who we were watching earlier, and Kristen and Aaron are also tied with Dee and Sam. I believe Sam played our first ever event here at Thursday Night Premier League, and I had an opportunity to read those bios, and Sam drilled the most out of any other player on this court.
Wow. It shows.
If I'm remembering correctly, that
I wouldn't be surprised. He's one of those players that just almost never misses. Like, you can tell he just has really, really smart, controlled shots. He's really hard to beat because he's just so steady. And he's got every shot. He can hit any shot.
some great hands from Kelly down there attacking Jaren. She kind of chicken winged him. And Brett, you know, going after him with a really hard drive. It seems like he's leaning on his tennis background there.
Impressive backhand. He really set that up well with that little rolling from the middle to the far angle, rolling forehand, and then a big backhand volley.
Big backhand from Downey. All right, it looks like Erica and Connor are still widening the gap there between Jenna and Drew Christman, Jenna Timmer. Connor is sweating. Nobody can accuse him of not working hard. And a timeout on championship court with Monica and Nick and Nancy and Jace. Score is 7-8 with Monica and Nick serving.
We've got 2 timeouts going on right now, and Jaren and Downey have lost the lead. So really tight match there on the bottom right. Jaren serving.
And that's really interesting because that's our 1 and our 8 seed. But
Yeah,
I believe
that's the
actually
biggest-
last time Downey and Jaren played, they went 3 games in the first, maybe?
Yeah,
I'm trying
Jaren
to
likes to
remember
do
correctly.
that, it seems.
He always makes it difficult. he makes it stressful for everyone watching.
Yeah. Great hands, though.
Wow. Kelly was ready for that. Honestly,
They did tie
she's
that.
at the net. She's locked and loaded. Like, I have a lot of respect for that.
Yeah, Kelly has, I think, a softball background. Oh, stays out of the kitchen. You might have seen she stumbled a little bit but caught herself
Yep.
before she fell in. So 2 really close games going on right now. And they've been kind of stuck at this 6, 7, 8 for a few points now. Tied up
Wow. Big out ball from
for Monica.
Win and Romano. Aaron is starting to force the balls, but let's. All right. Jace and Nancy have gotten the ball back, and they're going to. My guess is they're going to try and finish it out here. I bet that's what they want.
Yeah. This looks like it's 10-8. Oh, still 9-8.
Wow, almost every game here is close.
Yeah, holy cow. The only spread right now we're seeing is over in the bottom left
With our second and 10th seed, which,
yeah.
you know, that's tough. Connor is a beast.
Good point here.
I'm
top
seeing a
left.
lot of net play here.
Yeah,
It
really.
seems like players are being more intentional this round.
Wow, just long by Nick. He had the shot.
All right, it is 9-9 down there on court 5 with our first seed and our 8th seed. Downey. Kelly. Bold with an attack straight on Jaren.
We got a side out over to Nancy and Jace. Jace serving. 2 points away from the match. So many close matches. You want to be able to cover them all.
Oh, nice little flip there from Monica.
Oh, just a little. It's a good drop. Nancy got just a little crowded into her body there.
Which you don't see from her a lot. I think
We've got a
the
match point here. Sam with a shoot. Did that trickle over maybe?
It
He
did.
put his hand
he
up
put his
like
hand up. That is so tough.
it looked like it didn't.
We saw, you know,
So
we
that's
just got a hug there. So,
is that oh that's just a side out.
oh, okay.
I thought that was match.
I don't know. There's a lot of emotions there.
All right, we do have one.
Let's check in and see if we have any game points. Oh, we have a finished game. Erica
games
and
just
Connor beat Jenna and Drew. I mean, they're a second seed and our 10th seed. That is the largest gap we have on the court today. On the courts. Sorry, we're in the volley zone. So.
Holy cow! Did you see that lob?
No, I missed it. Tell me about it.
So Nancy runs back, hits an amazing lob. It literally almost scrapes the ceiling, perfectly between 2 lights. An inch higher, it would have hit the ceiling.
By the way, for everyone that can't see us, he was drawing out the lob with his hands. And we have a game point here, but it looks like Sam defends it, at least the first attempt.
Second chance at it. It always feels good when you get it over, you have match point and 2 serves.
Big serve. There. Oh, Nick.
Trickles over.
On the left here, Jace tried to go for the switch, and Nick totally caught him.
On the right here, this is match point.
We're both watching different games. There's just so much good pickleball going on.
Wow, that's the third net cord of the point. Holy cow. D with a nice block there. Aaron giving it everything he had, but
And they're both still smiling.
that was their fourth match point defended.
In a timeout, probably to
A
catch their
timeout.
breaths. I do
Smart,
not
smart.
blame them.
Very
All right,
smart.
a little talking to from the ref here.
So we also have a timeout here. It's 10-9 with Jason Nancy on the serve down. Very close.
What a good game. Looks like Monica has some family here, and there's a lot of friends cheering people on. There's some of Jace's family. We love to see it. We've got some good support here. All right, if you were Nancy, what would you be telling Jace right now?
Wait for the green. Be patient. And I would say, yeah, wait for the green, be patient. Oh, great defense.
Ooh, a nice scorpion there
Wow.
from Nick.
An overhead from the knee. Not even quite a scorpion.
No, you're right.
He just overheaded it, but it was very low, so he had
we
to
might need a name for that one. I don't know if that one's has any terminology around it yet.
Call it the Romano.
call it the Romano, I guess.
We have a suggestion. You should put any suggestions in the comments of the YouTube stream. But how do you guys feel about the Romano? We'll see.
I like it. Tied up 10-10.
Wow.
I think on a 1.
Game point. Oh.
Great resets. Nancy's resets in soft game. Oh, man. Getting fired up.
Wow. I mean, after a point like that, don't you have to?
Yeah. Nancy doesn't get emotional very
Sam
often.
just falls to his knees over there after hitting the ball out.
They're still going. If you guys remember, they've already fought off 3 or 4 match points on the right side here. 4 or 5, now probably 6 match points. And
All
that's
right.
game on the left.
A ball an
Jason
inch or 2
Nancy.
out.
Wow. Hard fought, 12-10. And the other one's finishing up too, with Aaron and Reinhardt finally bringing it, closing it out.
So no upsets yet so far, but this is just game 1.
Yep, just game 1. Second games have started on two of the screens here.
So it looks like Jaron Foltnowski and Downey Fernberg did end up taking that first game after being down to begin with. So no striking upsets, but some very, very close games here. I'm excited to see some of the stats from this, from Pat. And
Did Drew just hit a clean ace? Drew just hit a clean down the winner ace against Erica.
wow, which is not easy to do.
No, quite rare in pickleball. But that's Drew, you know, he's probably gonna hit 2 or 3 serves out, but he goes big, and
Goes big or goes home.
I think it works for him.
Well, I mean, you guys did partner at BCO, and I don't know what your results were there, so.
He went like 2-2 or 3-2, so not bad.
So sometimes it works for him.
I take the blame for those 2 losses, though. That was
Fair enough.
blame the paddle.
Don't blame the paddle. We make the paddle. You can't do that.
All right, bottom
Wow.
left, Drew serving again. I
So-
love watching Erica and Jenna in the bottom left there. Both just really solid dinkers, moving the ball.
And then Connor's going to come in and put something away. Yep, there's a speed up.
And Connor's really good at that shot. I get burnt by that shot by Connor a fair amount, where he kind of looks like he's going to drop and then at last second puts 2 hands on it and rips a 2-hander and stays
roll.
really low, really compact, and just rolls it right down the middle.
And
It's deceptive and just hard to read because he can really go down the line or down the middle
right.
from that angle.
Yeah, and Drew got jammed up there.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like Jaron and Downey are starting stronger in this match than last one.
Yep, down in the bottom right. They're off to a 5-2 lead.
Interestingly, it is still 0-0 on our championship court, where we just had the closest game so far. Oh. Seems like all of these games are starting a little bit closer, other than our 1 versus 8 seed down there on court 5.
Mm-hmm. Jaron and Downey really pulling ahead. Looks like we got a timeout down there.
Q, I don't know if we mentioned, but we have to give a shout out to Elders Helpers. You know,
Absolutely.
this wouldn't be possible without their support, and I know that the organization has been hugely, beneficial for pickleball in our area.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention how they've impacted people's lives, but
Yeah, incredible company, and just really they're everywhere in pickleball in West Michigan, and we're just very grateful for their generosity, their support, and the work they do as well in their own business. I think they sponsored Jace as well, who's down there on the top left screen.
Wow. I was nodding along while also watching court 2, where there were some just masterful dinks going on. Lots of patience there.
So we got Kristen on the top right serving. Nice drop by Aaron. Almost found the open court. Kristen just a little wide. She did catch Sam a little.
Oh yeah, he was
drifted to the
running.
middle.
And this is a first-time partnership for Kristen and Aaron.
Yeah, I've never seen them play together. I think Kristen's from the east side.
She's from Lansing, I believe.
Okay.
Ooh. Aaron is really athletic.
Yeah, and Aaron and Brent, both Machauds, obviously brothers, have a lot of similarity in their game. Athletic, quick, aggressive. It's really fun to watch them play together. I wonder if we'll get to see them play against each other tonight. That would be fun.
What paddle is he playing with you?
I think it's a newer company, some sort of apes. They have the ape in their name.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've never seen one in real life, but I saw a couple
Oh, it
ads
looks
for
like that ball is just out on court 5. But let's check in on some of our other matches. It looks like we have some stats here for championship court. Wow, lots of winners by Nick with very few unforced errors, and same for Jace. Though a few more unforced errors, he seemed to be going a little bit bigger there.
Mm-hmm.
Good communication.
Nancy covering her mouth as she talks to Jace, getting some good strategy. A little short return.
Wow.
Good point top left. All right, let's see. Court 3, we've got Connor and Erica up again, forming another large lead. Really good serve by Jenna out wide.
Sorry, I'm eating more cookies. I can't help myself. Especially because, like, they don't even have egg in them. I don't even know how it's possible.
Yeah, the molasses ones are one of my favorite cookies I've ever had, I think. These things are so good.
Kind crumbs.
Kind of
Magic.
Absolute magic.
Wow. We saw Jaren's infamous Tootsie Roll backhand down the middle
Shoot,
there.
I missed it.
You missed it. Brett just laughed as the ball skirted past him.
So besides Kind Crumbs, another one of our sponsors is Jam Stretch and Fitness.
Yeah, and they're located right here.
Yeah, right in the same building as All In. It's a women-owned business, which is really cool. And it's owned by Jolie Mosser. Great person. Definitely check them out. Come play pickleball. Get a stretch after.
It's literally so convenient. Why would you not? I feel like that would make a good Christmas gift, right? Gift somebody a stretch and some court time at All In. You can have family time and then some personal time.
Some R&R afterwards.
Hugh's looking at me right now like he wants me to get this for him as a gift.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion, Sophie.
Shoot, maybe I shouldn't have suggested it to everyone else.
Yeah, right. You better book it quick before everyone else gets there.
All right, we have some heightened emotions on the court, it looks like.
From where at?
I don't know if I'm reading it right. Have you played against Erin Mashad much?
Not a lot, no.
I know Kristen can get, she's a more intense competitor, right? Mm-hmm. Some of the players out here are smiling, laughing. It doesn't mean like she's the kindest, loveliest person. It's just, it's funny how personalities, you know, how the competition comes out of all of us differently.
Right.
Wow, beautiful shot from Sam there.
Yeah, that lob was amazing too, right on the line.
Oh, and it looks like we're having a little bit of controversy here on championship court.
Line call?
Yeah. We had a little bit of yelling back and forth. Good thing our ref is handling it.
That's a nice poach, or nice coverage by Nick coming over to help Monica get to the net easier. Smart shot right at Nancy's feet by Monica. Top left, that's a side out over to Monica and Nick.
Yeah, looking at these numbers on championship court here, it looks like, you know, Jace is maybe starting to get a little bit more frustrated. We see some more unforced errors. That number's gone up. Mm-hmm. Nick has stayed really consistent, and Nancy is so interesting to me. She had one unforced error and one winner, I believe, and so that's really balanced. And she's doing she's playing the role of giving Jace the opportunity to be big, to go for the winners, to go for the errors, and just being a wall, right?
Yeah, that's a good partnership. It's fun.
Oh, and it looks like we're getting really close here on court 3. Wow, Connor! Did you see that two-handed backhand?
The same one that he hit the other time? That's it. He's so good at that shot. I got to get him to teach me that one. So he waits. He holds, and usually goes middle. But once every 4 or 5 times, he'll pull it down the line. Okay, now looking at, looks like we got a match point. Another 2 match points.
Oh my gosh, same time. Well,
did they fend it off? Yep.
I believe they
Okay.
did. So one
match did just finish up, I believe.
I believe so. It looks like
game. 1 game. And a match. The match finished, I guess. Yeah, the match is done on the bottom left. So they won the game, won the
Erica
match.
and Connor took it with Connor's epic 2-handed backhand.
That was the game winner. Or maybe the one right before that. Cool. And it looks like on the top left, they're going to game 3. Wow, so they split sets. That's interesting. Which it is the closest
Look at that
seeding.
dominant second win, though.
Yeah, I wonder
and I
what.
think the biggest difference, it looks like, is Jace's unforced errors.
Ah, yeah, that was.
I'd love to hear from Pat, though, eventually on that.
All right, we've got another game and match point right here. Shoot.
And
Yeah,
we
what
have
an
a winner.
interesting game, too. Swinging it the other way, 11-3 for Nick and Monica there. And yeah, so I think your analysis is right there. We saw a lot more frustration and errors from Jason that game. And Nick and Monica played really tight. Nick hardly had an error the whole game. And so, yeah, it should be an interesting game 3 here. Be interesting to see if they can keep it going with this momentum here. So, all right, yeah, I'm going to send it back up to you guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Pat. Well said.
I feel very honored that you agreed with my analysis. So thank you, Pat. I wonder if Nancy will try and play any bigger here. I know that she might not be able to overpower them, but like you said, her strategy brain is kind of next level.
Yeah. Jace got a little
And
lucky.
here
I
she
think
is
he's a
encouraging
little,
him.
Yeah,
and they seem to be having more fun and shaking it off here.
Yep.
You can see it.
Oh.
But did you see Nancy saying, all right, go for it
Yeah.
right there? It was almost like, I don't know, I wonder sometimes if you can turn your brain off if your partner's encouraging you so much, right? Instead of having to stay on it.
Yeah.
All right. I know that Erica and Connor just won their match. Connor is another one of our Spring Arbor tennis guys. So I know that we will check in with them at some point. But in the meantime, we have some very close games here. And they are our number 2 seed, too, Connor and Erica. I mean, Erica's no stranger to being in the championship game here.
Yeah, she won twice?
Or match. I believe so. All right, let's find out what her secret is.
I couldn't find you, so I just started.
Good.
Good off my page.
You guys played a great game. You really warmed up quickly after your first round bye. Erica, your consistency is amazing.
That's a good question. I mean, I think like my favorite shot is actually when I'm on the right. I love breaking the ball, kind of just through the middle of my body. I like the backhand drive.
Erica, your game's so consistent, so smooth. How do you accomplish that? I move my feet a lot, so I know when I start missing, I'm being lazy and reaching or like trying to adjust. If I can hit the same shot every time and just move my feet, that's probably my goal.
Well, congratulations on a great game and good luck on the next round.
Thank you. Back to school being here. I couldn't hear my mic, so I don't know.
It's quite interesting. We've got game 3 going on the left side of the screen, and still a few points left in game 2 on the right side. Really drawn out game 2 over by Aaron and Kristen versus Sam and Dee. Checking in over there. Dee serving to Kristen. Aaron with a little Ernie. I think what was really impressive right there is Kristen staying so low that whole point, able to fend off a lot of those power shots and pick up some tough dinks and tough drops coming at her. Just staying very low, knees very bent. All right, now we're going to go down to Lori to check in on the results of the match.
Jace.
I'm here with Aaron and Dolly. We just finished their first match. Started off a little bit slow. Maybe just that you weren't warmed up yet, and the other team had already been playing. How did you feel about your first game?
Definitely very slow start, especially having a bye the first round, especially since the other team got to get into a little bit of a rhythm, so they came out firing pretty good on all cylinders. It took us about a game and a half to finally figure that rhythm out for ourselves, but eventually, yeah, we figured it out, got it done.
Yeah, you guys played great. You really came along and poured it on at the end. So, Donnie, how were you feeling about your game? What did you feel was your strength at the end of the match?
I was very slow, and my muscles still tight now. I should not tell them. Don't tell them about that. So I'm gonna keep moving so that I can relax and I can be ready for the next one. I feel a little sensitive.
Well, congratulations on your win. Stay warmed up, and good luck on your next match.
Thank you.
Sophie and Hugh.
All right, we are back. Looking like a game and match point over on the right side here for Aaron and Kristen. Wow, great lob by Kristen, just a little wide. I like the idea. Dee was very leaned in. Dee was expecting that dink, posturing like she wanted to speed something up maybe, and Kristen threw up the lob. Smart idea, just a little wide. All right, Sam and Dee fend off the match point, just like last game. Let's see if they can get it to go their way this time. Wow, impressive, Kristen, running that whole point herself. Great hands. All right, now we have Dee serving, trying to tie it up. Wow, just an inch long. Aaron balancing on the kitchen line, lets it fly by. Sam questioning the call a little bit, but I think it was a little long. All right, Kristen for the match point. Great drop. All right, second chance at match point over on the right side here. Kristen, on the close to us, has a little unconventional game with her dinks and volleys look like they go really high over the net, and then they drop at the last second at the feet. And so I think she really has a high margin of error, but it's sort of unsuspecting. It looks like some of these are attackable, but they're falling as they cross the net, dropping right to the feet of the opponents, and looks like it worked out for them, with Kristen and Aaron taking home the match. All right, and this is the final match that's still going on, I believe. It's a close one. Nancy and Jace are down a little bit serving. Jace questioning his paddle, not sure what's wrong with it.
All right, Hugh, sorry to leave you there for a moment.
No problem.
What did I miss? Third game on championship court,
yep,
it looks
still
like.
going on, very tight. Another close match just finished.
Wow, and Nick with a really great winner to unforced error ratio again. I love seeing these stats to see if we can, how it plays into the game.
Yeah. Interesting, the speed up stats here. Not a lot of speed ups.
Well, there hasn't been a lot of slow downs, it seems like. Even though Monica missed that one, I like their idea there, right? They were really patient, really calm, and I think they both do a great job of getting the ball back and getting back up to the net.
There's a speed up from Nick.
And it pays off.
Nick signaling for a switch here. Caught that.
I know that Jace caught him, or no, they caught. Is that a scorpion?
Close. It was more of just an inside out, almost overhead.
Okay.
But sort of, semi-scorpion.
So what's the difference? What is a scorpion exactly?
I'm probably not. This may or may not be correct, so correct me in the comments if. But to me, a scorpion is more defending of a speed up, a drive, a speed up where you get low and sort of pancake it above your head. Whereas that was more of just an overhead hit at a awkward angle. But there's sort of the gray area between the scorpion and that shot. So maybe. So I don't know the official definition. But that's normally when I see it used.
Monica shaking off. She tried to kill it and go for the hard drive instead of just getting the ball over that they've done such a nice job of doing. Ooh. She saved that one from going out, but set her partner up well.
Wow.
Interesting. Monica thought it was in. Jay saw it out. Our angle's really tough. And it looks like the ref is going to stick with Jace and Nancy's call.
Yeah, it was super close. And it came off Monica's paddle a little weird. Like maybe she mishit it a little bit.
Honestly, my guess would have been in. That being said, everyone here on this court is doing their best, and nobody's intentionally trying to miscall a ball. And I think at the end of the day, it all evens out. Like, that's my general rule of thumb, Assume the best. Ooh, we have a replay. Let's take a look at that.
Oh.
What'd you see?
Hard to tell. I wish I could watch it again, but it did look like it might have caught it. But it's really hard to tell, I mean.
Some big attacks on Nancy from both Nick and Monica.
Oh, good pickup by Jace. Holy cow.
Nick is getting his workout in today.
Wow. What a point.
And the crowd goes
Nick
wild.
just repping overheads. What I loved seeing on Nancy and Jace's side is watch as they're deflecting these. There's almost very little swing. They're using Nick's power, trying to soften it, and that allows them to get that timing right.
Absolutely.
You know, me and you have been working on that a little bit, but you know, Nancy almost no swing is just a little punch block forward, so it's a lot easier to time Nick's powerful shots.
Yeah, which he's really seeming to take the court with right now. I mean, Monica was standing off the court at one point, but for not being partners before, for a first-time partnership, I think that they're doing really, really well in terms of court coverage.
Wow, good eye. Nick calling Monica off it. I think Monica kind of wanted to hit it there. You can see Nick's just really dialed in.
Jay's getting a little frustrated. I mean, I don't blame him. I'm the same way when. Wow, great talk from Nick and Monica.
Monica will shake that off quick. Do you know what ball they're playing with?
I think we've tried a few different balls throughout the competition, but it is the yellow
The neon.
Dura.
The neon Dura.
Oh, the neon Dura, yes. I've heard that it plays differently than the yellow Dura.
Yeah, some people say that. I
believe, though, I mean, you've studied into this a bit, right?
A little
how the
bit.
neon color can impact the composition.
Okay, we're going to take a look back at that replay, that call. Monica's hit right here. That's, let's see. Oh, that looked into me.
Okay, but Jace's angle on that, you know, when you are there.
We'll see it one more. Maybe one more.
I think it could have been out, actually, after watching it that second time.
Right here.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was in. Yeah.
Yeah. Tough. It is. Nancy's right on top of it. It's moving fairly fast. It's
yeah,
not
it was a strong overhead.
No, it was more of a ground stroke, but it wasn't. But the positioning's awkward. Both Jace and Nancy are sort of catching it out of the corner of their eyes.
You can see Jace's head turns more after the ball.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but we did have a nice stop there from our production team. I believe that ball was in.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it now. I don't believe so. Not at this point
Nobody's
in pickleball.
perfect.
But hopefully someday we've got All In. They're going to be the ones to do it. Get some instant replay. Hawkeye.
Wow.
Just wide off the net.
Monica questioning her leave there for a second, running after it.
All right, Jason, Nancy clawing their way back. Really close game here.
I mean, this is our tightest seeding. And this is Jason Nancy's, you know, the tough part is that Nick and Monica had the chance to play a whole match before this, right?
Yeah. At this point, that starts to matter less, I believe, because they've now had 2 whole games before this to really warm up.
But they're both brand new partnerships. And so I think that even that few games of experience can't be under.
For sure. And I think also Monica and Nick, we heard them talking in the last interview, both did play at Spring Arbor.
Yep.
Went to spring breaks together in Hilton Head, played tennis together for years. And
Sure,
for
that
me, I
initial
found,
trust.
like when I used to play with my old tennis high school doubles partner, there's an immediate connection that's hard to replace, especially for Jason Nancy coming, first partnership ever.
Wow.
Point game.
Incredible
that's
hands
game.
from Nick.
Nick was really dialed in there.
Yeah, and Monica's no slouch, so.
Oh yeah.
Really
Absolutely.
impressive play from them.
I was so impressed by Monica's hands the whole match, every game. So many speed ups coming at her that she just gently blocks. No swing. Big open paddle face to give clearance over the net.
You know, it's really interesting. In women's, Monica and her partner came in, and we were expecting a power game from them, right? And they played the whole first game so slowly, and we're like, what happened there, Monica? And she said, I wanted to play slow, and she just smiles. And I think whatever she's working on with her game is really translating here.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of an upset, right?
Yeah. Yep. The 5th seed took the 4th.
Yeah. And I believe Jace and Nancy? No, just Jace is a previous winner.
Yep.
I think he won with Jordan. But
Yep.
anyway, where are we?
I think that we're going to go check in with Monica and Nick for the second time as they continue their streak for this first-time partnership. And then...
I'm on court 2 with Kristen and Aaron after a great win. You guys had a tough battle. You guys had a tough battle, and so what do you think really got you through that match?
You can see it was really back and forth. This is me and Kristen's first time playing together, and we had good chemistry. Found that out right away, and we stuck to our game plan of being aggressive. And if my kids are still up at home, hi Abby, Ben, and Mike. Love you guys so much. I'm set up tonight, so
wow,
it's a lot of fun playing with her.
I thought you guys met very well together and had a really great match.
So this game
Being
is
your
a
first
battle.
time, what was the challenge for you?
Kristen really
I don't really think a challenge. I think we just did a really good job coming out of the gate communicating. We both knew really well. I think we kind of came into the page, even though we haven't played together before, movements and kind of covering each other. So it's fun. I mean, Aaron can get involved. I think we step to the side. But, yeah, it's fun. And hopefully we can continue, in the semifinals. So,
Yeah, great playing, and congratulations on your win, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Make up to Sophie and you.
Well, thank you so much to Lori, our courtside reporter. Oh my goodness. Okay, look at these stats.
wow. From the whole match, so
That's the
3
whole
games,
match, yeah.
keep in mind, in that match. Let's take it in for a second. So first thing that jumps out to me, Nancy. The least unforced errors, the least winners, the least speed-ups, really playing her game of
Yep.
don't miss and find the opportunities, and probably setting
And
up
to set your partner up.
Jace,
Exactly.
right? Like,
Absolutely.
what's not stated there are the setups, and I
Which is
guarantee you
trickier
that
to
a lot
track,
of those
yeah.
Jace winners, those 20 Jace winners, second most in the match, were from Nancy's well-placed shot to Monica or Nick's feet.
I mean, Nick definitely had the best ratio here of unforced errors to winners.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that he is playing, in that pro qualifier level.
Often with Connor.
Yep.
Which we might see that.
That would be an interesting head-to-head. Well, the good news is that we don't have to keep talking about it as much as we'd like to. We do have a team here who is very, very good at this, who's been monitoring the whole game, and I believe that we'll be able to hear from them shortly.
And this is our all-star statistician, Pat, right?
Correct.
Awesome.
He's
Yeah, looking at the match totals here. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, so looking at the match totals here, like you... No? Yeah, we saw such a small number of errors from Nancy, and, same with Nick. Nick only had 11 errors that we clocked across that entire match, and that's such a small number for 3 games, especially given the number of winners that he hit out there. And what's interesting here, too, is the speed-ups, right? Like, we saw so few speed-ups, and, it maybe helps us to define what a speed-up is exactly, because, there's a lot of fast balls that we don't gauge as speed-ups in these matches. So for us, a speed-up is a shot that's from the kitchen or close to the kitchen, and it's a shot that's like maybe questionable to hit hard. It's like, if you get a high ball and you put it away, hey there, now I can hear myself. If you get a high ball and put it away, we don't consider that a speed up, that's a put away. But when you have a low ball where it's questionable to speed it up and hit it aggressively, that's when we register that as a speed up. So something from, like what we call a yellow or red ball that you attack aggressively. In that situation, that's a speed up. And we really haven't seen very many of those in any of the matches, honestly. I think, we only saw 4 from Nick across the entire match, and everyone else had 1 or 2. And so it's interesting, and that just speaks to the quality of play that we're seeing from these players here. It's like they're choosing their moments, they're waiting for their opportunities to hit these balls. So what we saw in game 3 there as well is I think we saw Jace kind of get into the zone a little more and clean up his number of errors. He had a lot of errors in the second game, but in that third game, he played a much cleaner game, slightly more patient game. But Nick and Monica were just all over it. They seized every opportunity they had. They were scoring points. Man, that one point where Nick hit like 15 overheads in a row, that was insane. And Nancy and Jace were just scrambling, getting those balls back. It was a fantastic match. I feel it could have gone either way. But yeah, congrats to Nick and Monica on pulling out a big win. All right, we're going to send it over to Lori for a courtside interview here. Thanks.
Lori says no, stop.
How you doing?
Oh. All right, so we see, the next match warming up here on championship court. Downey and Jaren have been putting the reps in, trying to stay hot, which is great. And I believe, if I'm following the bracket correctly, Jaren and Downey, who have previously won the last mixed event, I believe that they will be playing Monica and Nick. So we have our number 1 seed versus our number 5 seed. And this is our semifinal round. So we will have the stats tracking, and we'll see if Nick can pull it out. And I'm excited to see how some other players are doing here on this championship court, right? When we can really see it by the numbers. And I'm very excited because both semifinal matches will be happening simultaneously on courts 1 and 2. So I see Erica and Connor warming up behind. You can actually see it from this shot here, which is great. Erica and Connor warming up to face Aaron and Kristen. And so we should have 2 very good games here. We have our first seed, we have our second seed competing against our third seed, and then we have our first seed competing against the 5th, which is, Monica and Nick have played the most games out here by far. So it turns out that, maybe being cold coming in might hurt you in the first few points, but overall you will, the people that are on top seem to be staying on top. Doesn't mean there's not a chance. I mean, it's been proven with Monica and Nick, which is why I think it's been so exciting to follow that story. I think that, the crowd here, though, with Jace being an up-and-coming, pickleball superstar, hopefully. He's been killing it on the Next Gen Tour. He had great results at the APP Chicago. It's tough, right, when a hometown favorite loses. It's not to say that people aren't excited for everyone else, but there are a lot of emotions here, especially when people are trying to really grow their career here, right? Previously we did have pro Leia Jansen signed up, and, she's made a full career out of it. So it is possible, right, as the sport grows. And I think that that's something that the All In team has done a incredible job of, just really promoting the sport, promoting at all levels, right? In the back earlier today, you could see, a local instructor teaching some beginners to play. And then you have incredibly high level play here as well. So. All right, we have Joni reffing on court 2 between Kristen and Aaron and Erica Benting and Connor Mogul. Now, Joni was probably our toughest ref out here last week for the women's episode 5. So I don't know exactly what they're talking about, but I know that she will not be taking crap from anyone. So the field is narrowing. But I do believe that we'll have the chance to talk to some more players before we kick things off into the semifinal round. We only have 4 teams left. Just a reminder, we started with 12 teams out on this court competing for the cash prize in episode 6 at Thursday premiere night. So Lori, our courtside reporter today, has an interview lined up, and we are very excited to hear, from the players' perspective. This is such a unique event, and so let's go over to Lori.
All right, I'm here with Jolie from Jam Stretch and Fitness, and she does special stretching. I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about what she does, and then I'm going to get to experience it. Jolie, tell us a little bit about it.
Hi, thank you, Lori, for having me. So what I'm going to be doing is some fascial stretch therapy, which is table-based stretching. So it's going to be very light stretching, pain-free, where I'm stretching each of the muscle groups, the lower half and the upper half. But with the demonstration, I'll just do the lower half. It's really good for muscle recovery and also help prevent injury and increase flexibility.
All right, it's my lucky day, everyone. Here we go. I will start off telling you this is very relaxing. Stretched on video. Livestream. Jolene is very gentle, and I would definitely. Thank you. Hey, they're done.
Wow, that looked incredible.
Yeah, I'm jealous, Lori. That looked awesome.
We are off to the start with a bang here. Monica drives the ball down the middle and then
1-0
shrugs it off as, it hits up right on the back line off the net.
A little luck.
Side out.
Downey, so much power. So we're in the semifinals now.
2 courts going simultaneously with 12 teams out here today on episode 6. The third time we are showcasing mixed doubles here at All In Pickleball Gym's premiere night, Premier League.
Big overhead from Aaron there. Caught Erica by surprise a little bit. Kristen serving. You can see Connor's in a new shirt. You commented on how hard he's working, breaking out a sweat.
They do say that the more active you are, the more you sweat. Hugh's laughing because I sweat a lot and I am not active enough. I think it's also genetic, but all right, we are diving into the second court. I love the camera angles when we're able to see the players' faces as they walk back. I think that it's a really good insight into momentum. For most players, if you're somebody like Erica, you look so confident the whole time. Oh my gosh.
Look at the second court left side right now.
Championship court. I know.
The Monica and Nick swinging 70-80%. And Jaren and Downey making it look like they're just drilling. Just blocking and resetting with almost no effort. Flowing. At one point, they switched sides. They ultimately didn't get the point. But I was just so impressed by Jaren and Downey's composure, while Nick and Monica are just swinging and rolling volleys at them.
Yeah, I think for a first-time partnership, Monica and Nick, I'm pretty impressed with their spacing on the court here. It is not easy. I've had toes stepped on, in playing mixed before with a new partner, and Monica makes it look effortless and really is giving Nick the room he needs to take those higher balls while still totally holding her own. And at one point, oh my gosh. Sorry, those were really athletic resets.
Wow. Good match over on the left side. All right, looking at the right side. So I'm eating another one of those molasses cookies. We've literally gone through 7 or 8 of them.
We need to stop at, what was it, Myers?
Meyer Family Fare or
no, was it Meyer?
D&W.
I know.
D&W.
Yes, don't
Harvest
go to Meyer.
Health Foods or Family Fare. Or you can look at kindcrumbs.com and find the store closest to you. Man, imagine getting one of those stretches from Jam, Stretch and Fitness, with the Kind Crumb.
Same time. Double win.
All right.
Ooh, great speed up there from Nick.
Wow.
While you stepped out, Pat actually defined a speed up for us, which I thought was really valuable. So
Okay.
a speed up is any ball that's below the net that, maybe shouldn't be a harder ball, but the player has chosen to take something, more of a calm situation and it's a higher risk shot. Exactly.
I see. Versus an overhead. I mean, you're
Right.
speeding up the
Yeah,
ball, but
sure.
that's not considered a speed up. That
Yep.
makes sense. Thanks, Pat.
Jaren looks like he's telling himself to chill out. We can see Monica and Nick on a bit of a hot streak. And Erica and Connor
Holy
also killing
cow. You see that angle? Jaren with a two-handed backhand. Decent shot by, I think, Monica, lobbing it over to the and Jaren hits a gnarly two-handed backhand cross court into the kitchen winner.
it. They are not here to play. They might start down, but they sure don't like to finish that way. All right, looks like Connor and Erica are continuing their run on the right here. Connor taking a lot of court there. And it's working.
Off to a really strong lead. Good spot.
Oh, a little net ball from D there.
From Kristen.
Kristen, sorry.
Good hand. Oh, didn't quite go their way.
And then over on the left here, we're seeing some really nice attacks from Nick. He seems to be playing a bit more aggressively against Jaren and Downey. Scott?
All right, we've got, Erica and Connor pulling a strong lead.
I believe I think Erica's second server here, and they've just kept it up.
Oh, and Jaren hits Monica with the ball, a little tricky.
All laughter, though. All
no
positivity
hard
on the
feelings.
court.
That's just part of the game. Especially at this level, you can't take any of that personal.
A lot of these players are friends. They
Downey may be
they
saving
practice
Monica.
together. Yeah. Connor and Erica have gotten the serve back without giving up a point. Wow, a little bit more aggression there from Erica. I like it. She took a risk there with kind of a speed up right to Kristen's shoulder, you know, when they were dinking cross court.
Erica's so good at those types of shots. Those deceptive sort of like surprising shots.
And that is the game.
Is that 11-1?
Yeah, 11-1.
Wow.
What I noticed is that Connor was just really kind of straddling that middle line, playing really aggressively, and Kristen was trying to put it past him, but he's really quick, and, you know, they weren't giving her easy balls to work with.
All right, this is the...
On the other hand, who would have thought between the 1st seed and the 5th seed, Monica Wynn, Nick Romano versus Downey Fernberg and Jaron Boltanowski.
Yeah, right.
We have a 3-5
lead.
with the 5th seed up.
I like the idea there. Jaron leaning forward on his toes. Monica goes for the lob. Downey signaling a switch. They caught him on that switch. I think Nick, that was a smart drive, going hard cross court, catching Jaron as he's sliding over.
Well, Nick caught Jace and Nancy on that earlier.
Yeah.
That's something just playing at that higher level will kind of open your eyes to, right?
Yeah, and it was one of the big benefits of coming from tennis is you've got those larger ground strokes and the ability to drive cross court, drive down the line. So Nick taking advantage of that. That return from Nick was smart. It was deep, lots of spin, arcing, so that Nick had plenty of time to walk confidently up and get to the kitchen line, and deep enough with enough spin that Jaron didn't get it back. All right, we've got a side out. Game 2 over on the right side here. Oh, shoot. Downey calling a timeout. 3 unforced errors in a row. No shade on Downey. She's an amazing player, but definitely needed just that quick mental break. Smart timeout before.
Yeah, that can make all the difference. It can be like a full, you know, game reset.
Oh,
you know, like a 0-0 almost mentally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Monica and Nick do have a nice lead, but they stopped it before they got to 9 or 10. So
yeah, time to cool them off.
Yeah. Looks like we have Aaron and Kristen tied up. So far doing better than that last game.
I like Kristen's shoes.
Oh, yeah.
We're seeing some really great dinking there from those women, which we haven't seen a lot of tonight.
Yeah.
It's been a more powerful game.
Every time I've been watching Kristen play, lots of dinking. She's very methodical and patient there, good at resets. And Erica, that's one of her biggest strengths too. Connor and Aaron, on the other hand, both like to speed up.
They're a bit more chaotic.
Yeah. All right, we got Nick and Monica.
Oh,
off the
unlucky net from
an
Jaren.
Inch long. Jaren smiles. He knows just a little unlucky. That's game point. Great touch by Jaren.
So Hugh, when you're in this pressure situation, do you like to take your foot off the gas? Or do you just give it all you got? Like, let's say you're Jaren and Downey. Do you go all out? Or do you play it more safely and more consistently?
When you have the serve, like there, I think that's exactly how you want to play it. You know, Jaren was just half a second late to it, so he let it fly a little long. But you need to have a little bit more aggression right now to get those points, to get back into it,
Great
and to
cross-court
find a
drop.
groove. But as soon as it goes back to side out, you got to really be patient and wait for the greens because you don't have the luxury of, you know, with that 10.
That makes a lot of sense.
Jaren, oh, Nick with a nice Ernie there. That backhand's really, really good.
Yeah, I feel like
by
Jaren his feet just weren't quite quick enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that he's going back to dinking. That's really his game. He's really strong at that. He's forcing Nick off the court.
Oh, I mean, brilliant by
Literally.
Jaren. That's like textbook high level. He's 2 shots ahead. He draws him to the net and wide.
Wow.
And then
they just
finds
won
the
it on an
middle.
ace there from Nick. Sorry.
All right.
Take
so
away
the
your analysis,
split,
but
the split games. Nick aced Jaren?
Mm-hmm.
Down the line?
No, Downey.
Downey. Down the middle or out wide?
Middle-ish. And we're at a timeout here.
Over with Aaron and Kristen.
Correct. Playing Erica and Connor. Connor is fully sitting down.
Connor is so chill, like on, off the court. Never see him upset. Never see him super excited. I think that's a strength, though. Like very level.
To be even keel.
Really chill.
Which is really Erica's strength as well, I would say. So
yeah,
maybe we will see this partnership again, actually.
Yeah, both strong mental games. I mean, it makes sense. Connor comes from 4 years of high-level college tennis, so he's really trained that mental game. He doesn't.
As do Nick and Monica, though. So it is interesting. All 3 of our Spring Arbor tennis players have advanced to the semifinals.
Yeah, and they all kind of have that emotion, sort of low, steady emotion.
The even keel emotion, right? Composure.
Which, frankly, everyone out there right now has that.
Yeah.
To excel at the highest levels, you don't have to. You can.
Wow, what a
But you gotta be able to
drive
control
from
that and have
Monica.
that
It
mental
just,
game.
I'm sorry, it just dipped right below the net. I mean, she got Downey on it. How impressive. I've watched Monica play a few times now. She's been at these events, and I think this is probably the best I've ever seen her play.
If you watch Nick there, he pulled I don't know the official term, people are calling it the Kylie Yates shot, but the fake backhand to a forehand flick, and Downey was just so ready for it, smash it down the line back at him. But
Sure, she was happy for that opportunity.
I like the attempt. Oh,
Wow,
caught the line.
Do you see Monica playing right now?
Yeah.
Though? Like,
great.
I
mean,
it.
Found that middle. I think that's got to be Downey taking one more step to cover the middle there.
All right, so on our court 2, we see a different story here. I'm actually really excited. It seems like Aaron and Kristen are settling in a bit more. They're playing a bit more strategically, trying to keep the ball away from Connor, and I think it's working for them. We see, because, the second he gets a high ball, he's ending the point. Mm-hmm. So the more they can stay low and controlled, seems like they're finding more success that way. Kristen going in for that reassurance when her partner misses a shot. I think that's so important to keep your partner's spirits up. Yeah, that's tough.
Off the net from Monica. Maybe? Oh. Never mind.
All right, time out on our court 2. They had a streak, and it's been slowing down, but... Oh, that ball is in.
Downey making it look effortless over there. Right here. Just a great spot from Downey.
Yeah, and a good cover from Nick. I mean, Jaren had a great shot there to start with, and...
Oh, my Lord. Jaren.
Can you tell who Hugh's favorite player is on the court?
Well, I didn't see anyone hit that shot.
Yeah, Jaren does have some really unique weapons.
But one time he did it with 2 hands. That time he did it with 1 hand. It's a lot of
nice.
lot of range.
Roll and reset. Are we calling that ATP
caught.
in, or?
I think Jaren's ATP was out.
I believe it was out, yes, and that was the call. I mean, still props for the effort, though. We haven't seen a lot of trick shots tonight. Not many Ernies or ATPs.
Aaron, who we're now watching, I've seen him hit a few Ernies, but not any ATPs. I don't think I've seen out here at all.
So earlier, Aaron and Kristen were up quite a bit, and
yeah, 8-4 maybe.
I believe so. And Connor and Erica switched something up, took a timeout, and now they're really starting to come for.
Yeah, I think it is after that timeout.
Come for it, but we see a lot of dinking here.
Oh, just a little
just
wide.
Out.
Connor was sitting on it though. He had that forehand up.
Yeah, that was
ready.
I don't know if I would have sped that up personally.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It surprises me. Did Kristen speed that up, I believe?
I don't remember.
Wow. What a big overhead from Aaron there.
Yeah. Erica almost had it. She's got great defense.
See a bit more confidence in their...
Yeah, and they're stepping.
They're ready to bring it back. They want that third game. Big serve from Aaron. Great drop.
Yeah, from Aaron to that far corner.
All right, he was controlling that point.
Yeah.
I like how he took control of that. Even though he's a little off balance, he said, I'm going to drop it right here, you're going to pop it up, and I'm going to put it away.
Right. Thinking ahead.
Not surprised Connor went to punish that.
Yeah.
All right, let's check in on our championship court.
Wow.
I'm looking at the stats here, and I feel like Jaren's maybe making. I think I'm defining unforced error wrong, because an unforced error is like probably just dropping it into the net, not, going for a kill shot and, putting it out. Because if we were tracking those, I feel like Jaren might be a little bit overdoing it. And that's not to say I don't respect the crap out of him. I've taken lessons from Jaren. I don't know. It's so weird. I never want to say anything bad about anyone. But in this specific game, I think he's going for it a little too much. And he's giving up room that he could have gotten, right, in terms of points.
All right, now looking at Kristen. Good patient.
Yep,
drops.
way to come back up.
That one hurts.
Yeah.
She doesn't dwell on it, though, at all. You can see how quickly she's like, oh, yep. But 3 seconds later, she was...
Yeah, it doesn't
right,
help,
now
does
I'm
it? 9-9. What a close game. Holy moly.
Oh, Aaron with a good
Good leave. That is not easy to let go.
Yeah, that was close. heat of the battle there.
Erica's hair is still curled beautifully. He's getting some nice juice on that overhead. I like that Erica's forcing Erin out of the point and making Kristen get involved. You know, she's had a few unforced errors here and there, whereas Erin is feeling kind of hot.
Wow. Very patient by Erica there. Hitting the dinks, moving it a little bit, middle, wide, and then finds that slightly higher ball and puts it away.
Wow. Last game was 1-11. Now, oh, that's game.
That's match?
Or that's match, yeah. That's
Game
heartbreaking.
They
We
fought
should
so
offer
hard.
them some kind crumbs cookies or a stretch sesh from Jam.
Yeah, I agree. That one hurts.
All right, this is our last semifinal match to go on. It is a tight one here.
The stats are pretty interesting here.
What are you seeing?
Not a lot of speed ups. No speed ups.
Not a lot of risks. I mean, they're also not dinky much.
And sort of a balance of unforced errors winners and lower than we saw in like a Jace Nancy.
Yep.
Nick Monica match.
Yep.
I think they played Nick and Monica.
They did.
And you see that out there. It's a little bit more of a a little bit more dinking going on.
I just
Who
don't
called
think
the
I
timeout?
just
Do you know who called the timeout here?
I do not know. If I were to guess, Downey and Jaren. Jaren's actually pretty good about using his timeouts wisely. There are some players that can just blow through a game, right, with just energy and then look back and say, oh, wow, if I would have stopped, thought about it for a minute, we could have turned it around. I think it's a really smart time, and I did see Carlos, who is a great friend to Jaren, who knows the game well, who's always there cheering the loudest. He's a wonderful, wonderful man.
You could see him there on the bench with his leg up, looking at Jaren, giving him a few words of support.
Yeah, I believe that he was
And a
getting
big
involved,
smile.
giving some words of wisdom. Ooh, is that an out serve from Downey, I believe?
Oh, man, that one hurts. You can see her face
the replay
and
is just mean on that. It's like a foot and a half.
Oh.
Wow, Monica, what a good get. But look at how she just effortlessly steps back.
Yeah.
Lets Nick invade that space.
That was, I mean, that whole situation was very interesting. Jaren trickles it over. Monica gets it just barely. Jaren goes right back to her. Very smart because he knows she's scrambling. But instead of Monica scrambling, Nick reads it, says, I'm going to help you out, steps in, and Monica says, yeah, great, please. I think that was really strong partnership.
I agree.
Or teamwork there. Really good coverage by Nick. I mean, just one extra step towards the middle, had his forehand ready there.
No, I think that Nick and Monica, their main strength here is really their footwork and then their hands, right? Between those two things, they're just where they need to be, and they're returning a ton of balls.
Yeah.
And I think that those two things alone are helping them find a lot of success. Little body bag there. Hugh, don't you love these scores that are like live updating?
Yeah, I mean, it's really a testimony. I mean, the stats, the scores, the refs, you see Ray out there on the right side. All the setup, you know, the chairs, the food, if you look in the in the lobby on the right there's hot dogs. Like, I think the amount of volunteers, the amount of
Support from the
help and
community.
support from the community, exactly, to make this happen is just amazing, and so much appreciation
Speaking of one of
for
those
you
people,
all.
let's talk to Lori. She is on
I only have Erica.
the court, and she is going to talk to Erica while Connor gets some water.
I can hear you.
Okay,
yes, but I
we
don't
have
Connor. I only have Erica.
Game
Connor's getting
point
water.
here from Jaren. They're hoping to go to a third here.
Wow.
Great shot from Monica.
Yeah, super good court vision there. Scott
Can you
cannot
hear me,
hear
Scott?
you.
Well, I only have Erica.
I think that's okay, Lori. All right, so we have
Super tight game.
a super tight game. This is second serve.
I
See if
think
they can tie it up.
Monica and Nick
Oh, the third shot lob.
see a huge opportunity here.
Good control by Jaren. Keeping it simple. I kind of like the idea of the third shot lob, throwing that out there out of probably not have done that. She hasn't done that yet in the match.
Yeah,
Change
she
the
is
things
mixing it up quite a bit. Oh, that's unusual from Downey.
Yeah.
Granted, she isn't normally the resetter. You know, like most women at this level playing mixed tend to take the role less of the aggressor, more of the setup player, and
All right, they
I don't
took
think
it.
Downey follows that mold, but that's
So
okay. It worked out.
it
We have
worked
split
out.
games, and we are on to a third.
On to a third, which is 0-0. We're just correcting that score. Thank you to our volunteers again, the camera people, the refs.
We have volunteers managing, you know, not just through one round, but through 2 rounds the scores.
Yeah.
Um,
And at one point managing 4 scores at once?
yes,
Holy cow.
correct.
I mean,
It's pretty awesome.
and and they were
He
accurate.
was
and
legitimately
I mean, the
shocked by
logistics of
how
that.
great people are, which you shouldn't be. This is Michigan. Come on, we're all nice here.
Right.
All right, while we wait for this
Okay,
game,
I just have Erica, but that's okay.
we are going to check in with Erica as Connor changes, maybe. We'll see if he comes out in a new shirt.
Let me know. I'm here on court 2 with Erica Benting, and she and Connor won their last match in an incredible match. It was close. It was amazing. Erica, you called a timeout, and that was a real turnaround in that second game. What did you guys talk about?
Just to be patient. The first one we kind of blew through, and then the second one was like, okay, we can do that again, and then we weren't. So I just had to be patient and hit the ball a few more times and set it up. So it was good.
Excellent. Your dinking was amazing, so consistent. Your return of serves were nice and deep, really allowed you to become offensive right from the start. Do you work hard on that? Is that a goal to get that deep return?
Definitely when they're switching, and they switched every time. That was our goal to drive down. If they were in the middle of the court, we're definitely aiming at the feet. So, yep.
Well, great match and good luck in the finals. Back to Sophie and Hugh.
All right, we are jumping into this third game here in our semifinals between Jaren Faltanowski and Downey Fernberg against Monica Wynn and Nick Romano. And Monica comes out punishing with that point. And even Jaren, who has played at the pro level in large tournaments, cannot defend it. And if you missed it, this is our Spring Arbor tennis team. And while they didn't play a lot together, they did, train on the same spring break trips and all that stuff. And so this is a first-time partnership, but we are seeing a lot of chemistry here. Great serve, just clips the line. Jaren getting really aggressive, but moving himself back to the right place. Oh, what a fake out. That was a really nice shot. Jaren looking a little more aggressive in this game in the middle. They're playing a little bit faster.
2-1-1.
And Downey setting him right up for that put away. Good ball from Nick. Cross court there. A little bit of backspin on it. It's tough as Jaren's moving up to the net. Just letting his partner take that forehand. I think Jaren loves his backhandings.
Point.
And Downey loves the backhand flick.
3-1-2. Side out.
We heard a little encouragement from Downey there as the ball trickled over. She's pumping Jaren up. I like the energy over there. They're not ready to give this one up as the #1 seed and former winner of our previous mixed event. Nick and Monica have both played separately, not together, in our Thursday Night Premier League. But I believe this is the first time for both of them to make it just one step before the championships. Wow, I'm really impressed with Monica. She's going after Jaren. She's lighting him up a little bit. I don't know if he's expecting that power off of her paddle. Great put away from Downey. That was pretty. She said, let me take this low drive and just put it away. Little dispute over the score here.
Excuse me there. I see what you're saying.
I think
3-3. You're right.
the score was misspoken.
You have to be there then. You have to be over there.
I think there is a debate if they had 3 or 4 points.
You were over there. No, you were there. You were correct over there at 3. You were correct at 3.
All right. I believe that this disagreement is to the point where we're actually going to look back at the tape because 1, we're trying to figure out who's the right server. 2, we're trying to figure out the score. Can we look back actually, guys? We're going to see what we can do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. We are looking into that here. I do not believe we can do that. Hey, if you're on YouTube, drop in the comments what you think is right. Maybe we'll let our live audience vote this one out, because was the score served, or was the server in the wrong place? Was the score wrong? It's messy. And this is a great reminder that everyone is human here. You can tell that this is quite an important game. All right, we have decided the debate, and we are calling it as 4-3-2 second server. So they got their extra point. That's a tough situation. That can cool off anybody's hot streak. We'll see if they let it get to their heads or if they pull it out. Ooh, and we have a full body bag from Jaren to Monica. Oh, maybe it hit a paddle.
Maybe caught her shoulder.
See, that's the shot from Jaren I want him to just settle in on a little bit more.
Yeah, his body was moving a lot too. I think if he was a little more settled in his posture and his feet.
Well, Hugh, you just missed a little bit of controversy over score, server, that correctness.
Got it. Just long. Good leave by Jaren.
Monica has a really nice put away there. Great shot from Downey.
Yeah.
She doesn't miss on that.
Really, really pretty. And that's hard from Nick. Like, you'd like to see Nick covering there, but Downey
But she
just
can
has
put it
too
down the
many
middle,
options.
too. That's the thing,
Yeah.
right? Like, if she rolls it, and then she chooses to put it right behind him.
I think something Jaren taught me is when you're speeding up, if it's sort of an unexpected speed up, to generally speed up down the line, straight across, because I think situations like that, she sped up cross court, the natural angle off of Downey's paddle is going to very likely go then down the line, and that triangular effect often then catches your partner unexpected, having to cover an angle that you're not expecting. So I think if Monica would have gone down the line there, might have been a little more effective.
It is 6-6, and we're just switching sides now. Well, actually, one of our teams is at 6 points.
Did they switch?
Yes, they did switch sides. It is 6-4, second server, I believe. And we have a little momentum here from Downey and Jaren. I don't want to jinx it. Great dinks there from Downey and Monica. Ooh.
I like the speed up by Nick. Definitely unexpected. He executed it well. All right. Beautiful drop by Nick. Wow, Jaren. He maybe could have left it, but I think it would have hit that back corner. Let's see the replay. Yeah, and he was just, hands were too quick. Oh, Lot of spin on that. It almost dropped in. Big upward flick from Monica, but just a little long. Jaren and Downey on a bit of a run now. Oh, poor Downey. You hear her say, oh my gosh. Maybe her third missed serve this match. That's all right. Happens to the best of us. Oh, Downey just left it. Got caught a little bit. She was predicting it. You saw her as she ran up to the net, hovering backhand. And then Monica caught her with sort of an unexpected forehand that she then popped up. Good read by Monica there. Nick kind of going for... Nick with a scorpion there. Getting very low, paddle up. Kind of deflecting Downey's... Wow, good pickup by Nick. Very athletic. Jaren. That's tough. That's tough. He kind of feinted the power overhead and then really nice cut on it. Really soft hands to execute that. Nick catching Jaren. Jaren, you could see his paddle went middle, trying to cover that middle. Nick got him in the chest. But it's smart. The middle looked open. Nick oftentimes would have gone middle there. Jaren's feet weren't quite set. I think if his feet were more set, he would have had it. So timeout. Downey called a timeout. Smart play. Don't let not letting Nick and Monica get any momentum. Well, they've got a little bit of momentum, so trying to slow down that momentum. It is 8-8. Monica's serve. I believe she's a 1. Shout out to Ray, our ref. Always supporting, volunteering, reffing many events throughout the year. Lucky to have Ray in our community. It is 8-8-2. Monica is a 2. Great execution by Monica. I mean, very athletic. Jump in the kitchen a little bit as she finished it. Nice deep serve. Monica and Nick take the lead. Downey's serve, trying to tie it back up. Nick's hit so many of those kind of on the run. Let's see if we can see it again. On the run, and he always goes hard cross court with it. Wow, smart. Jaren moves him left, and then as Nick's covering middle, he goes back. Cross court. Nice roll volley. All right, match point here. Ends on a body bag. Tough, tough. Monica smiling, though. No hard feelings. Nick had just gotten Jaren a few points earlier, so great match. Let's see it again. Monica just leaves it a little high and didn't reload quite fast enough. Just says good shot. Great sportsmanship out there. Really hard fought. I appreciate the sincerity in Jaren. You know, you can really tell he had no intention of causing any harm, injury. Just put that shot deep and happened to catch her with it. And I think as you watch Monica there, let's see it again. Jaren also could have maybe earned that as well. I would have liked to see Monica go a safer shot, reset it to the middle, or even maybe take it out of the air instead of stepping back and losing that momentum. All right, so now we're going to be going over to Pat to analyze some of these statistics, and from there to Lori for an interview. Take it away, Pat.
All right, what a great match. Wow, 3 games, super close in every game. You know, Jaren and Downey ended up taking that 11-9 right at the end there. And, you know, I think the stats were very telling there. You know, there in the 3rd game, you know, we saw such a small number of errors from all the players. Downey only had 2 errors that we clocked. Jaren had 5, Monica had 4, and Nick had 3. And that's such a small number, especially versus, you know, like the winners that we saw. There wasn't a huge number of winners, so I think overall that speaks to, like, the quality of play. I think these players really chose their moments well in here, and it just came down to who made the big plays in the big moments. You know, that game could have gone any way. Yep. And so, yeah, we'll have to see. I feel like Jaren and Downey heated up as this match went on. You know, we saw them take it up in Game 2 and then carry it through into Game 3, a close Game 3. So, yep, we'll be looking towards the finals here to see if they can keep it going. All right, we're going to send it over to Lori for a courtside interview with our winners here.
Lori, you're alive.
All right, well, Jaren and Downey, that was an amazing match. 3 games, just fought hard, great shots. Jaren, your paddle control is amazing. We saw so many body shots and just that paddle control because you just can't tell where the ball's going to go. And they're fantastic shots. Downey, you're just so consistent. It was such a great match. Well, first thing I want to know is, did that therapy dog make a difference in this last game?
100%.
Yes, I think so.
Yes, we gotta. Yes, we need a little bit of mojo, so for sure.
So what do you feel like was the turning point in that last match where you really, did you feel at any point that you had it? I mean, it was just so neck and neck.
I feel got pressure on them. I didn't want to screw us. It was tough match. Nobody knows what is outcome, but I feel like I trust him and then I trust myself. So we're gonna just play our game. Just play our game. I just talking to Jaren and said, be patient. We got this. If they speed it up, we are there. We better than them. I mean, they play well. I mean, their partnership is well, and then I really got pressure on them. I was like, oh my God, what should I do? I don't want to screw, not me, but you know. But I think we play really well.
Well, I think your game is very complementary of one another, and I feel like you have a lot of confidence when you're playing with each other. I've watched you play for quite a while, and you seem very calm together. I think you're very confident in one another. Do you feel that same way, Jay?
Sure. Downey is for sure sweet as sugar, kind as it could be. But yeah, just the confidence that we have in each other. I just know Downey is going to pick up where I lack, and that's what good partners do, is that they pick each other up when someone's out is down, and that game was a lot of up and downs. Luckily, both of us were not off at the same time, but one of us was on while the other was off, so it was a good balance.
I think we talked a lot this game. We did. Yes, we after side out, we just be patient. We got this. Come on, let's go.
Yes.
Well, I want to congratulate you on that match. It was amazing. Good luck in this final. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Back up to the booth.
Excellent job, Lori. Thank you.
You do very well. You're a natural. You're just a natural. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. No, we're going to be here a while.
Welcome to All In Pickleball Gym, the first dedicated indoor pickleball facility in Grand Rapids, featuring 5 full-sized indoor courts and 2 trainer courts that feature a professional outdoor pickleball surface. 16-foot full enclosed ball containment nets on every court will ensure that you will never have to yell "ball" again. Looking to level up your game? Join any one of our leagues, drill sessions, or training clinics scheduled throughout the week. Industry lighting, online booking, key code access, custom training courts, and players lounge are just a few of the amazing things about All In Pickleball Gym. Come check out our facility in Byron Center, Michigan at 400 76th Street, Byron Center, or visit our website at allinpickleballgym.com.
Okay. All right, folks, we are getting ready for the finals here. We have our 2 semifinal winner teams, Erica Benton and Connor Mogul, on the court right now, getting warmed up. Sadly, I did not get to view any of their previous matches. I bet they were incredible. What are we going to see here from these two? Erica, one of my favorite players, good friend. She ice cold female player. She's super slick, just hardly misses a ball. She's got beautiful shots, nice tight defensive shots. She's got a really mean lob that she busts out at all the best times. Connor Mogul, also an amazing player, relatively new to the sport, but comes in with a strong tennis background and has just been working his game so hard this year. The level of play that he's achieved in such a short time is absolutely astounding. So what are we going to see from Connor? I mean, I think probably out of all these players, I know his game the least, but he's got a wicked backhand. He's got great offense. He's got hard shots to hard spots, great hands everywhere, all over the court, great digs. I think it's going to be incredible, these two together as a pair. You know, Connor's offensive power is incredible, and paired with, you know, Erica's shot making and her selection, her ability to keep the ball in play, it's hard to bet against these two. But Downey and Jaron, who will be coming out to play them shortly here, also incredible players, you know. Jaron just has shots everywhere. He's such a well-developed player. He's such a student of the game, such a smart player. You know, he's got that Tootsie Roll backhand. He's got great hands everywhere. His dinks are on point. And same with Downey. You know, Downey is probably one of the more offensive female players that we have here, and that's not taking anything away from her defensive game. But Downey loves to hit the ball hard. She's great at creating opportunities. And I think a lot of times, when there is a good rebuttal from her offense, Jaren will be there ready to make the next shot and put the ball away quite often. So, yeah, I'm so excited for this match. It's going to be interesting to see what we get. I think we saw Jaren and Downey kind of gain some momentum in that last match. They lost the first game, and they came out down in the second and the third games, but ended up pulling out the wins in games 2 and 3. And so Downey and Jaren versus Connor and Erica, I don't know. I would hate to have to bet on this game or on this match because it's going to be so close. And once more, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's going to come down to who can make the big plays in the big moments in these matches. Yeah.
I think that's a really good point, Patrick. Yeah, I wouldn't want to put money on this game if I were watching. I do think, though, that Connor has really pulled some really big shots. So if it does come down to those big moments, out of all 4 players, I think that Connor is maybe pulled the biggest shots. I think that Jaren and Downey both have the ability to. I don't think that's Erica's game as much. She's a really solid player, but
yeah, I would agree with that. I think, at their very highest peak, Connor might have the most, opportunity making, out of all of these players. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the biggest threat in raw power and kind of hand speed.
Yeah, and he can just create opportunities where other players don't see them too. He's got shots all over his body. It's like there's hardly a bad shot against him, right? And he just still converts and makes something out of it, creates an opportunity for him and his partner. So
that being said, I do think Jaren was off, a little bit in the second game of the last match, and I think that he doesn't like to feel that way, and that he's going to come back and I think Jaren's really good at setting things up, right? And so
absolutely, yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how those two go against each other, especially with Downey having the power that Erica rarely utilizes.
Yeah, I think that's true, and and that's an interesting point. Not everybody plays their best every single game, but that's how champions come and get the win out of a bad situation, right?
Even if it takes 3 games.
Yeah.
And they're a little hotter, honestly, Erica and Connor had to sit a while. Do you think that's going to impact the overall score or maybe just the beginning?
I think it certainly has the potential to impact it, for sure. Even just sitting down for 20 minutes can make a huge difference, and they got a good warm-up here, but it's different when you're playing against players like Downey and Jaren. And so, yeah, I guess that's the big question here. Who's going to come out with the momentum? Who's going to convert points early on in this match? That could make all the difference, and who's going to rally? It's just, it's a big question mark right now, but we're going to see here in just a minute. So,
all right, my hot take is that it's only going to go to 2 games, though.
Yeah?
That's my hot take.
You want to put money on it?
I'll bet you a few dollars.
I'll bet you $3. So
you $3 for 3 games? All right.
I'll bet you $3 we go to 3 games here.
All right, I'll bet you 3 that it goes to 2.
All right, or 1 bag of popcorn.
Hugh, what's your take?
I'm with Sophie on this one.
Aw, thanks.
Always.
That's so nice. Are you even listening?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
$3. Bag of popcorn, but I think $3 is more.
You know why I say that? I think almost every final has only been 2 games, even though they're usually very well matched. I think people are really eager to win it. It's getting later in the night. Interesting. A lot of dinking where we have not seen a lot. Great take by Erica and a great cover by... Oh. That's what Downey wanted. It seems like both teams are playing a bit more patiently.
Second server.
Ooh, I would have called that ball out.
I think they called it out.
Okay. You're right.
Point. And how it's 1-0-2.
think that was Erica and Connor being a little cold. Connor missing that return.
Sure. The tight play. Ooh.
Very athletic by Connor getting back, catching a good overhead off his back foot though.
I don't mind that setup though from Jaren.
Yeah.
Maybe a little early though to pull out some tricks, right? Like let's see how they can do in just this pressure situation first.
I don't think Connor changed his shirt this time.
Correct. I mean, black is forgiving. I do think out of all the women on this field, Downey is really good at countering Connor's attacks, better than maybe some of the other players we've seen him go up against.
Yeah, I think Downey's just used to seeing a lot of speed. She seems to handle that quite well.
Yep. Not intimidated. Great speed ups there.
Wow.
Jaren wants that $800 cash prize here.
Yeah, so the winner of this match right here takes home $800 split between the two of them. And then the loser, which is second place, they each get $50.
No. It's $200 split between them. So basically
$200.
Yes.
They get their money back essentially.
To come try again. So
Yep.
no harm, no foul. And it seems like, hey, a lot of these, I think everyone on this court has won before.
Yeah.
And so it seems to be a pretty effective strategy because we have all previous winners who have come back. And we have the standing paddles. I think that they did that a little bit last two or three episodes
look at Jaren
ago.
and Downey's paddles right now.
Ooh, look at that Revo Pro.
What a good-looking paddle. Holy cow.
I know. Who made that?
I like that.
I should take a picture. Wait.
That's our new 3D printed end cap.
Yeah.
That's perfectly flat with the Revlon logo on it.
Oh. Okay, I just took a
funny.
selfie with the paddle on the screen.
That's funny.
That'll go on the story. Thanks production. Wow, that's quite an early timeout from Connor and Erica here.
All right, so we've got Jaren serving. They've got off to a great lead, Jaren and Downey.
Yeah, they're starting really hot. And it's interesting. We just had those stats up there, which huge shout out to Pat for running that. And you can see that Connor's having more unforced errors. I think that adds.
Yeah, that's one more. I think he's just a little cold. I don't see any sweat on his hair.
Is that how we're measuring?
Didn't change his shirt.
Downey is such a supportive partner to Jaren here.
Yeah.
And I feel like Jaren's normally the more hype person on, a team, but I love how she's just encouraging him. Trying to move him around. That's smart by Erica.
Yeah, super smart play by Erica. And that whole point was awesome. The movement, the amount of versatility, and then Jaren saw that gap, created his own setup.
And actually, I'm really impressed with Downey there. She could have tried to really go for that higher ball, and instead she just put it right at her opponent's feet instead of, trying to go for too much and putting it out. A lot of restraint and placement, I think, from Jaren and Downey, and I think it's paying off. I mean, even that, right? Like, a ball goes an inch out, and Downey just waits for it.
0-7-1.
They're putting the pressure on.
Second server.
This is where the mental game gets so important
Yeah.
for Erica and Connor. And this is when mistakes, like you can see Connor Mogul has 6 unforced errors, definitely by far the most on the court.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock Thursday night. Presumably they've all had a day of work or
life
of some sort and played 3 or 4 tough
Wow.
matches.
That was a sick shot.
So
from
quick,
Jaron.
we've got a quick shout out, Elders Helpers, which has an awesome banner. Again, big supporters of pickleball in West Michigan, sponsoring this event tonight. This event is powered by them and sponsoring a few of the athletes, at least Jace out here who played earlier tonight. So thank you, Elders Helpers, for continuing to help us build this incredible sport and add so much to this community.
Yeah, they've done a really great job, not only of providing support to those who need it in a later stage of life, but really investing in the pickleball space. And yeah, we have a lot of incredible businesses here, and we're so grateful for those that choose to be involved in the pickleball space.
Point.
Wow.
8-1-2.
Great job getting the ball back from Downey and Jaron. Continue their run. Wow.
That's that classic Connor shot we were talking about. The one that trickled over right. Oh, no, no.
I think it was right before that. That's kind of what set the whole thing in motion.
It got Jaron and Downey scrambling a little bit.
All right. Hugh, do you still feel like Pat's going to owe me money?
I think you might be right. I'm going to have to eat my words here.
We'll see. We'll see. We can't speak too soon.
Oh, yeah. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
We'll see. Let's see if they can rally here and get some momentum before this game's over.
I do feel like Jaron and Downey are controlling the flow of this game more.
Mhm.
It felt like when they were playing Monica and Nick earlier that they were running kind of the flow of it, you know? How the speed, the energy.
I agree. They've totally limited Connor and Erica's opportunities here. They've hardly had a good look at a ball
Yep.
that they could attack.
They're keeping him low and soft, and nothing Connor can flick in a weird corner.
Yeah, Connor's not able to use a lot of his advantages.
That out.
And Downey's just a weapon, too, so.
Yeah, just a wall with a lot of power, too.
She's bringing it this game.
Yeah. So in our last game, I think there's a few stretches of points where Downey was a little down on herself, hit a serve out, hit a few unforced errors. But you can tell she's really bringing it.
She seems comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, she seems like she's chilling with this speed and this pace. I wonder in rec if she's more
Like
used
that.
to playing, like, with men.
Mm-hmm.
And Downey did win our all-women's event last week.
Yeah.
I think Downey is a 2 or 3 time winner here.
2-time, I think once with Jaron, once with Kristen.
If not another time.
That out. Two, 9-1. Point.
Okay. Question about the ball. I think Downey wants to exchange it. Owner of All In Pickleball Gym, Dan, is hopping in there to the rescue to replace the ball. I believe that all players must agree to this for it to be okay.
Connor suggested they scuff it up a little bit, so they're playing some
They're whacking it around a little.
whack-
Jaron's just laughing.
whack-a-ball.
Hugh, what is there a pretty big difference, would you say, playing with a
Yeah.
brand new ball versus one that's been used, especially at this level, right?
Yeah, I think the roughed up ball just grabs onto the paddle a little bit more. Is the most significant. You can even feel it in a hand spin test if you rub a brand new ball on a paddle or a roughed up used. you get a lot more grab. And then a little bit more action on the court as well. It's a little slower off the court bounce.
Ooh, that's a body bag. We don't see Connor get hit very often.
No.
I feel like that's kind of unusual. Good effort by Erica there.
Yeah, a couple good blocks, just couldn't soften them up quite enough. I mean, good hands. That last one especially.
Point.
Connor signaling, probably switch.
Yeah. His paddle does not look
No.
big enough to cover his
No
hand.
switch there.
Oh, interesting. Ultimately,
And
didn't
game
matter.
point. Well,
That was a very different game than the 3 before this.
yeah.
I think, to Jaren and Downey's credit.
I think they controlled it, and I think to be fair, I think Erica and Connor just made a few more mistakes than we saw in some of the earlier matches. Unforced errors.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Let's look at the stats here. Yeah, 11 unforced errors coming from
Benton and Mogul, yeah.
Connor and Erica.
Yeah.
6 winners from Jaren, 5 from Downey.
Wow. And 0 from Erica there, 2 from Connor.
Yeah.
Pat, what's your take on what these stats tell us about the game that we just saw?
Yeah, I think we saw a few uncharacteristic errors from Connor, especially there. You know, Erica only had 3 errors that showed, but you know, I think that speaks to the quality of play that we saw from Jaren and Downey. We mentioned that earlier. They hardly provided Connor and Erica with an opportunity, and that shows in the stats. Jaren and Downey each had 5 putaways there and only had 3 and 5 errors. And so, like, the stats really weren't that far apart, but again, it's just how it aligned with these points. You know, Jaren and Downey were scoring points, and Connor and Erica barely got on the board. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it shifts the other way here in game 2.
They also waited for quite a while, right? I think that does have an impact.
Yeah, I think it did. I think we saw that momentum from the previous match, like, it really carried into this match.
Point.
Especially when it's, a game to 11, right? That we all know how quickly that can go.
1-0, 2. Point.
Another, you can see Connor's getting a little frustrated.
He
almost
seems down
no
on
emotion,
himself.
but
No.
yeah, there's a little shoulder drop.
During the game, after the first game. Oh, that was a great ball.
Side out.
Yeah.
Downey and Jaren walking around, smiling, laughing. Erica and Connor off to the side, just figuring out strategy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more serious from the losing team of the last game. Great reset from Erica.
Yeah, good job them getting back into this point. It was a deep ball to the back of the court that set up the opportunity, but they're able to reset and convert there. So
That's so good by Downey.
Yeah, what a nice finish.
She's hit a few of those.
And Erica,
Erica
Erica blocked that so well.
Catches it a little early so she can hit that cross court.
I think this is where Connor says to his partner, Erica, I need you to have a few more balls.
You want Connor to give Erica a few more.
Yeah, I think that she has far fewer errors than he does right now. And I jinxed her.
Curse.
3-0-1.
She is holding her own quite well, though, against the unrelenting pressure of Downey and Jaren. Especially with that black ace paddle to reset so softly.
Yeah. That's a poppy paddle.
Second server.
Jaren just took his eye off it. It was a well-placed dink by Erica.
3-0-2.
Deep in the kitchen.
Connor looking for some redemption.
Oh.
He gets it.
Yeah, Jaren read it. He knew he was going wide with it. but needed to settle his feet.
0-3-1.
That was quite.
I think he thought he was going a lot wider than he ended up going. Just pretty good by Connor.
Second serve.
So across his body, hitting it back to Erica. Quite surprising of a shot there by Jaron.
Side out.
Pat, what's your take? Do you feel like Erica should be taking more court right now?
0-2.
I mean, her resets are just immaculate.
They are, but from the back of the court, she's been putting a lot of balls a little high, and it's provided
That's
some
fair.
good opportunities to Jaron and
Second
Downey
serve.
here. I think maybe Erica's just feeling the pressure of their game a little bit, and it's just playing a little too defensively, putting that ball
Yeah.
too high, where she's got to maybe try to thread the needle a little more and get
Sure.
it into the kitchen.
Right.
Yeah, I agree, Pat. I think 0 winners out of
Point.
Erica is, power isn't her game, but she usually throws a few deceptive speed ups that are tricky or deceptive angles.
Yeah, most definitely. She's just,
And I haven't seen much of that.
Yeah, she's hardly had an opportunity to do so, so maybe
Yeah.
she'll have to just kind of, take a little bit more risk to try to create those opportunities for her and Connor.
Yeah.
Sorry, I laughed, Pat. I think your mic picked up Downey apologizing for her loss.
Sorry.
That's fine.
We've all had that moment.
Nice tight dinks here. Half opportunity and
yeah.
third on it again.
Did you see all 4 of Downey's dinks hit within an inch of the base of the kitchen line?
Mm-hmm.
Deep, penetrating. Those are good dinks. Unattackable because they're lower. Oh,
Forward winner.
tough.
I also think her body was so calm the whole time she was dinking. Like her lower body compared to, some of the other players on the court / how I look on the court. I am a scrambling mess compared to Downey's dinking.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Okay, so they got that, but I really wanted
at
Erica
Jaren's-
to kill it.
Look at Connor and Jaren's hands.
4-2.
Connor taking off the net rip. I mean, that's good pickleball.
There it is.
Erica driving one?
Yeah, Erica.
Yeah, there we
Erica got
go.
the memo.
She's
We're playing a
finding
fast
it.
game. Let's go.
She's smiling, getting a little,
Let's go.
loosening up a little bit.
Pat wants his money. He wants that third game.
I do. I want to see a third game regardless, not just for $3.
Are you sure?
I want the $3.
Okay,
too, don't
fair,
get me
fair,
wrong.
fair. I love Downey's little backhand with
That's
so
like the
much
10th
power.
time we've
It's
seen this.
ridiculous, and it
That
goes
same
right
shot.
behind Connor.
I gotta learn that one.
Point.
Wow, great serve, catching the back of the line. Connor wasn't expecting that.
3-1.
I think Downey's height too. I feel like it's giving her some advantage here.
Jaren's too, I think. Jaren's so humble and kind and sort of and gentle that I don't realize that he's also this 6'3" guy with tons of power and reach. And
Sure.
a little unassuming, but
I think he slouches a little bit in real life too.
Yeah.
We love you, Jaren, but I don't think you normally stand up quite as tall as you actually are. Which helps though sometimes on the court when he's so low like that, right?
wow. That was really good teamwork by Jaren and Downey. Really reading each other.
Point.
I wonder if we have any timeouts left for this team. Oh,
Yeah, good timeout. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the moment. Yep.
That's tough.
Yeah. Connor and Erica have just hardly had an opportunity here, and I think once again we were seeing Connor kind of feel the pressure of this
Yeah.
tight game from Downey and Jaren, and just an uncharacteristic number of errors from him.
Yeah.
It's not that many; it's 5, but that makes a difference.
Yep.
It's 9-3 now, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this game's getting away from them in a hurry, and, you know, we've hardly seen a bad shot from them. It's just a few misses and some good pressure from Downey and Jaron. It makes all the difference.
I mean, it's been 10 minutes of this game. It hasn't been a long game here in this second one, so it does, and it feels much shorter when you're on the court, too. So hopefully this timeout, they'll reset. I wonder if they're looking a little tired. I don't know.
10 seconds.
Doesn't feel good being down in the finals. That'll tire you out.
True.
You guys got 2 timeouts left. Time in.
I think they could come back here. Like, just knowing how talented both of these players are, I think there's every opportunity.
Most definitely. This is pickleball. Anything could happen.
That should be its catchphrase.
Second server, please.
Thursday, premiere night, where anything could happen.
I love it.
And then really, really small, we'll do dash pat.
Nice backhand flip by Connor.
Yeah, this is when you dig down and you find that last strength. It looks like he has. Yep, he's speeding the game up.
What a great rebuttal from Downey there. That was incredible.
3, 9, 2.
I feel like after this timeout, Connor's going for it more. He wasn't doing this in the first part of the game.
Right out.
Another fantastic rebuttal.
Yeah, jeez.
Downey's tough. I mean, Connor's giving it a lot, and Downey's just effortless in that small punch.
Downey is in the zone this game.
And that's part of it too, right? It's just when you're on and your partner's on versus...
Holy. On the line?
Wow.
What?
We've had one error from Downey in this game. That's incredible.
I was going to say, I don't know.
That is one of the best
I don't know if
lobs.
we've seen a lob yet, and Downey pulls the perfect execution. Cross court.
Downey did try and lob once.
That was beautiful. That was 2 inches from either sideline in the corner there.
Oh, a little bit of a miss hit from Jaron there. No hug from his partner.
Jaron says, I'll do
it felt like
better
a
next
finger,
time.
or it sounded like a finger.
Yeah, I'll do better next time, I promise, says Jaron. This is match point. $3 on the line.
All winners here. Ooh, that was so close. I'd like to see a replay of that. Pat, what'd you think? Out for sure?
I'm not sure, but I had that slightly out.
Ooh.
I wouldn't have called
closer
that.
than I
That's why I
thought.
don't call balls at the baseline. My partners hate me for it.
Point.
All right. Not giving up yet.
Hey, the last point's the hardest one to get sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Gives the other team a chance.
5, 10, 1. Point.
That's a
really
tough
Incredible
drop.
shot from Connor there.
Like a driving topspin drop. That's tough. I think you got to respect that one and let it bounce maybe.
Second server. 6, 10, 2.
Great return by Downey. Jaron.
Beautiful touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the
Seen that a
second
few
time he's
times,
pulled
yeah.
that shot in
10, 6, 1.
And he's-
against this team.
Yeah, he set it up with those first two big overheads, pushed him back, opened up the court.
Point game.
He landed the last match with a
Did he
body bag to
do
Monica.
2 body bags to win matches?
Jaron going out for blood.
Wow.
Great match.
Oh. Well, Erica will have a souvenir and enough money to enter the next one. So, what an incredible night here at All In Pickleball Premier League.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We cannot thank our volunteers enough, our main sponsor, Elders Helpers, and also Jam, Stretch and Fitness, and Kind Crumbs, everyone who's made this possible. I believe that we're going to have an opportunity to check in with our winners on championship court here at All In Pickleball Gym, Thursday night, Premier League. These guys are old pros at this now.
Give a big congratulations to Downey and Jaron. You guys had an amazing tournament. And you play together like
Unmute.
You move.
Now scroll on all these women in there.
Okay. You move together so well.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Again, your game is just amazing. It complements each other so fantastically. You move together so well. It's just beautiful to watch. Paddle control, decision making. I mean, Erica and Connor are a great team, but you had control the whole game, and it was impressive. So congratulations. Tell me what you think about the game. How do you reflect upon it?
Definitely more traditional pickleball versus the last match. So definitely Downey and I thrive in more of those rhythm when we can get into a rhythm. Had one overhead at like 10-2, completely missed. Probably had some stardust in my eyes or something. But no, really good, just a good foundational rhythm happening. Downey steady as ever, especially, again, I advise them not hit to her backhand. Highly advise people not to do that. So.
Downey, how do you reflect upon this?
Today was toughest competition I felt. All the way through I felt pressure, even first round, semifinal, final. I'm exhausted. And then last few points I've been grunting because I've been having a hard time. If I don't grunt, it's not going to go well. So I just squeeze my energy, then just keep playing until it's done. I know it's my bad time too. I was like, no, don't give up. We can do it. Come on, let's go. And then Jaron carried me too. I was like, he's covering, a lot of court coverage. So I feel like, okay, you got it. But I tried to tell him I'm here so that he doesn't have to reach too much, so that he can cover his side. So trust me too. I can handle it. So that was working. I keep telling him, I'm here, you got it. So,
well, it's really obvious that your communication, your working together really pays off. And it's almost Christmas, and I think you're going to have a little Christmas money. So congratulations on a great tournament. Yep. Back up to you.
How'd you guys do, Cal?
Yeah, so what a great match. Tight play. I think we saw Jaron and Downey in control pretty much the whole time there. I think we saw a slight shift in strategy from Erica and Connor. We saw Connor kind of taking some more risks, and it worked out to a small degree, but just not enough to get back into this match, unfortunately. So yeah, congrats to Jaron and Downey on a wonderful night played. It looked like they had some hard matches, and yeah, congrats to them, and congrats to all of the players here. I just wanted to give a shout out to my partner in crime here, Jackie Taylor, for helping with the stats tracking and recording. She filled in our moment of need. So thanks so much, Jackie. Hope to have you back sometime. And yeah, we're going to throw it back to the booth here. Thanks so much.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us for Thursday Night Premier League Episode 6, our third mixed doubles event. It was a pleasure hosting, and we want to thank our sponsors one last time.
Elders Helpers, Jam, Stretch and Fitness.
I believe Hugh is muted. And so, do you want to try that again, Hugh?
Absolutely. We've got Elders Helpers, Jam, Stretch and Fitness, and of course, cookies.
Kind
Cooked
crumbles.
Kind crumbles. And kind crumbles, which the molasses one's top tier, the raspberry one's top tier. So thank you to Elders Helpers Jam and Kind Crumble, and to Pat and Jackie for the amazing stats, and to Dan and Scott for setting this all up, for creating these beautiful courts, and of course a big congrats to Downey and Jaron for the second time taking home that $800 check. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much to everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure. Make sure you tune in for the next event here at All In Pickleball Gym for Thursday night Premier League. That's our time.
Have a great night.
Welcome to All In Pickleball Gym, the first dedicated indoor pickleball facility in Grand Rapids, featuring 5 full-sized indoor courts and 2 trainer courts that feature a professional outdoor pickleball surface. 16-foot full enclosed ball containment nets on every court will ensure that you will never have to yell "ball" again. Looking to level up your game? Join any one of our leagues, drill sessions, or training clinics scheduled throughout the week. Industry lighting, online booking, key code access, custom training courts, and players lounge are just a few of the amazing things about All In Pickleball Gym. Come check out our facility in Byron Center, Michigan at 476th Street, Byron Center, or visit our website at allinpickleballgym.com.